Appreciate you, who? Isn't that right? Because I didn't know. I saw Sean. Turn me down just a little bit down. I saw Sean was saying how post the name of the song. The Zamar they was singing. Yeah, I don't know the name of them. I just hear them. I don't know. I just know that one. That's not. Yes, that you just got to stand. I didn't know what they were talking about. I said I didn't know what they were talking about. Then the one with Cam and Breeze was y'all secure my stand. I don't know what he for. I didn't know what about it. I just seen him. I looked. I finally looked there because I don't know what they've been requesting anyway. I just haven't seen him today, but I don't know the name of one of them. I know a couple of them. That's loud. We say I don't know the name of the one we sang. They had a Jahi was singing to me in the hall while I was looking at him. I was saying, boy, it was so terrible. He said, you know the one. I said, I don't know what you're saying. I was like, I don't know what you're saying, Jahi. It was terrible. That joker sang like Ray Charles dance. Can y'all show that? Can they show that? Oh yeah. Can y'all show Ray Charles dancing? Can they show that? You know that? Show it. Y'all understand? They don't know. Yeah, hold on. Also gonna send it to you back down. I'm saying right here. Man, if this ain't that man, I'll pay you. I'm telling y'all, if this ain't Jahi dancing, I'll pay you. Are you sending it back there to him? Email. It's coming through the email. Yep, email. He just sent it to the email. Anyway, I appreciate you, who? You know, it's another Yum sparing us, but that rain coming down, you got to be a year of art. Somebody said for the rain for 2 weeks straight, a couple of days on. That's what I heard. I think it's going to rain all the way to Thursday. They're going to get a little bit overcast tomorrow. I think Sunday off, then after that, all the way to Thursday. Yeah, you better be ready. If you ain't built your ark, you better get you some wood. And a couple of nails, and then 3 rusty nails. Then you got to worry about your nail on the street, cut a car with the windshield wipers on. Do y'all know that's how you tear the motor up on those windshield wipers? You don't cut your windshield wiper. You don't cut the car with your windshield wipers on. You mess the motor up. You got to cut the windshield wiper off, then cut the car. That jumping dog. No coat, nothing on. I said, this thing here. I had me a good wet, good dry rock to hit in that rain. I'd have showed through it out of too. Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's what she used to running over stuff, tearing up stuff. Yeah, then they be hollering, my windshield wiper don't work. You don't never cut your car with your windshield wipers out. You cut the windshield wipers out, then you cut the car. Because you stop that motor like that, that's just not good for it. But you know, she one of them people, right? You keep mechanic shops open. And insurance rates up. Ain't that right? All that work hand in hand, ain't that right? Your insurance going up, thank Janae. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? It's rough out there. He sent it to you. All right, let's watch Jahi dance. Y'all vote. Tell me it ain't Jahi. Make sure you send it to Justin so he can see it. You look at it. How you laughing? You don't even know you can't see it. No, I said send a video so you can see it. Yeah. And that ain't, look at him. That ain't Jahi that I'll pay you. That Jahi all day long. Look at that is him. Listen, man. Look at that. Then go back to the camera. It's terrible. Listen, that's him all day long right now. Y'all seen it? That's how Jahi dance. Hold on. Big Dave down? Dave. What happened to the Juba root? Hold on for a minute. That's your Juba root, Dave? But Dave rather be down, though. Dave rather be. Man, you almost count on one hand how many times Dave be down. God almighty. One hand. Isn't that right? Dog, Dave, what happened, Dave? That's a call. Oh, yeah, that's where it started at. No, that's all. It's just a call. Yeah. Did you get tested yet? Are you waiting? Someone said, Chris said you got a cough. That's a symptom. Yeah, that's right. No, you don't feel bad. It's just a cough. Yeah, that's that. That's that. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, bring that result. Send that result back through the table. Do like a Harp did. Send your results and scratch your name out. Leave your date of birth, your Social Security. We hit picture down there, he the one sent it, like we didn't know his name. I said, we sent the man social, date of birth, and he scratched his name out. And they was showing his picture on there, the link who sent, like we don't know his name. I'm saying, this is tight right here. He said, I don't want to give the synagogue too much information. And then I just called his name when I married him to Joanna, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't possibly know what his full name is. Like, boy, you got some strange ones around here, ain't it? Y'all all right, though? Yes, yeah, appreciate you. Oh, Tab up, they don't Tab up in there, right? That's all right. Tab said that fish ain't gonna run her down, Dave. Said that fish call anybody ain't gonna be Dave. Why that fish be picking on y'all, boo? Every time I saw, I be like, that fish would not stop with us. He get a little vicious, so he snapped one time on the mouth. Oh my goodness. He just lost it on that, didn't he? He'll just pop up out of nowhere and just start talking about people. It's rough out here, though. We sure appreciate Yahuwah. We're gonna get ready to sign this Kato Sarah and see if we can go ahead and go forward, see how Yahuwah see fit to lead us. All those disabled. All right, all those that are able, we'll go down. Most Kudash Abba, the separated Father, we say Hadu, which is thanks, Tudah, thanksgiving, the Kabud, which is the glory, and the Kabad, the honor to your Shem, Yahuwah, the existing one, Elohim, the supreme ruler, who is Al Shaddai, who is the most powerful, who is Abir, who is strong. We call upon your Shem, which is called upon your name, seeking you for redemption. That only comes through by Yahushua, which is your salvation, the Mashiach, the anointed one, who is Gadol, who is great, who you sent forth, which is Shalach, in order to redeem us from the beth of bondage, which is bring us from the house of slavery, and to blot out our kataim and ma'al, which are our sins and our transgression, and our abon, which are our iniquities by his dam, which is his blood. Grant us the kasid, which is the favor, and the rekam, which is the undeserved mercies that you granted us. Because you are Hab, they are both, which is you love the head of affection for the Father. You chose their Zerah, which was their seed, granting us this opportunity to be able to seek you with our whole being. We palal that you would baraka, we bestow a gift upon our nafash kayiyah, which is our living soul, before salam too late. We palal that you grant us the benah, the understanding, the kakma, the wisdom, the da'af, the knowledge, lamed us. And we allow that you seal us with the Ruach HaKadosh, which is the spirit of separation. Be with those that could not be here, those that are watching in, those that seek you with a Talmim Lab, with a perfect heart. And as we prepare to move further, we allow that you take full control, that you get the Tahalim, the praise, the Kabod, the glory, and the Kabad, the honor, in the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua, HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen. All right. We definitely appreciate Yahuwah. This time he given us. Then to go forth. He taught of him. Y'all all right? How many young people do this week for the rest of the week? How many got all week? All week. Look at my back. All week. All week. Addison, I don't trust you. Sarai, surrender, all week. How many days? 4 days. Was it that man called Paul? How many days would you say he got? If you had to choose, how many days would you say he got? 2 days. That I figured. You'd be surprised. It ain't stupid. You'd be surprised. That's what you need to do. Grade some of these teachers. You'd be surprised how many of them be falling off. There's a lot of pressure on any day. Yes, sir. Folks don't even know. How we do, Shane? Look over there. We done all right? How many days did we? 3? Oh, that's what I'm saying? Okay. Hey. How you been coming on assignment? We still working? How we coming on assignment? We'll have us. Y'all did good all week? That's 2. That's 2. Well, Aria, seriously? All week? What about Joseph and Papa? How you think they did this week? Huh? 4 days for him. What about Joseph? 2 days. I'm with you. That's what I see. I'm saying, man, you seeing the same numbers. Rest of my young people, how y'all do? How we come along? Okay, that's good up now. There's one more back down. There's one more in the woods in the Jones house. There's one more in the woods. I don't trust that joker one bit either. I tell your mom to tell when I see that joker, I'm gonna be swinging on like a windmill. I ain't even gonna say it. I'm just gonna dive on that joker like a bucket of water. Who else we got? How we got her in the boogie house? Look, kid, how we been doing with that drinking? Exactly. The same thing. Look at him. I mean, kind of cutting back. You know. How we doing, Malcolm? We doing all right? 5 days. Who we got over there? How we doing on right? Okay, see the gear. How we doing? Denano, how we doing? How many days we got over there? How many days we got? All 5. Is them 4 fingers I see or 5? Oh, them 5. That thumb missing. I mean, oh, that 4 numbers. That 4 days. Okay, 4 days. We can do better. Do we know where we got off at though? And I tell my young people all the time, that's the key. If we know where we get off at, then we know we need to repair. If you're just going and saying I got off and you don't know where, then we always doing to repeat it. Once you you start to understand the system, that's how you start to evade a lot of your problems, which is avoid a lot of situations. Y'all got it? A lot of times what happens, you don't know, then you doomed to kind of keep doing the same. Cause George, you have how many days? 4 days. 4 days. One bad. Well, we doing better though. You used to have 5 days, right? Talking about 5 terrible, right? So for you to get 4, that's like how much? That's like a 1,000% improvement, right? I like that cut though. It really fits you. Get them to think about it. You have to get, because you know what I'm telling you, the purpose of some of the things they do. Y'all know people, my kids might think, I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna tell you what you try to do. You try to get them to do this. I'm gonna dress you how you act. If you can, sometimes people don't see how they act. Let you see how you act. People, they destroy their people. I'm telling you, these people got these kids, these little crazy little sensitivity class. These kids, no, you need to be sensitive to correction, learn how to do things. When you listen, you're not gonna embarrass me and make me look bad. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how it looks, how it feels, and how it feels to be embarrassed. Let you go and let people say, that's how I feel. Be like, because that's not how your parents raised you. They don't sing y'all out. When y'all go out, you guys are a representation of your homes. So it's important for you guys to put out like cinema, hair comb. I had, man, William hair was so nappy, man, I couldn't get my thoughts together. Didn't I tell you that with my brush your hair? I said, man, your hair's so nappy, I can't get my thoughts together. But I brushed and got it together, they just had to come together. It was a lot of divide in his head. You can tell where a lot of hair wasn't getting along. And I said, man, I said, you know, love will bring us together. But you got to do, that's the truth. You got to listen. You start when they're young. You got to teach, y'all got to stop just popping out the door so fast. Let me tell you what y'all do, honest with these kids. You got to start teaching them the importance of checking yourself before you go out. Just like you got to check yourself before you go out. And y'all just pop out the door, just grab and go, and you be looking all right. But when the kids look bad, it's a bad reflection on you. I'm being honest. That's probably kids can't get themselves ready. You put the kid's shoes on the wrong foot. Who you think I'm looking at, the kid? You done got them, you took them. These are things you stop. Before we go, you start teaching when they're young. Stop teaching them when you get somewhere, fix it. A lot of times you get the situation, you can't fix your problems. So you start to eliminate them before you get to the point of looking at when you're trying to correct them. When you hear like, this ain't the time. Now you're in a situation you can't, like when you get the mosh pot, what you gonna correct that mosh pot? But I'm telling you, ain't he supposed to give you like 5 minutes when you get there, like, go get your, then come back up? No, that's it right there. That's sentencing time. That's it. You can't get ready in no courtroom. Go get dressed in the courtroom and that man finna sentence you. I'm like, what you doing? I'm trying to get myself together. I just realized, man, you finna go down the road. Don't worry about it. Don't put on that because you finna change your uniform. So you start teaching them, slow down. I'll tell you, like, slow them down. Then get some gas and let someone gargle their breath out. Man, y'all seen these kids. I know y'all got some of this stuff in the car because the winter's up in winter time. This ain't kids' fault. They're being antidote. Y'all sitting right here. Let me tell you something, man. One of these kids, man, listen. One time I smelled a naked demon. No, there's a naked demon. I'm telling you, that thing had no clothes. I said, I'm like, man, that's a naked demon. You know what I'm saying? So Y'all gotta like slow them down, check them, make sure, listen. Let me tell you what happened. Kids cruel. Yeah, these folks, I guess it be me. I've been out of school for what, 15 years, I know. Somewhere like that. Princess, please, come on. You got a nasty attitude. See, 15? Woo, that's a nasty. How many of y'all smell that tube? How many of y'all trying to be saved? Folks see, how many, look at that. How they smell it on the camera, up down? Folks can see, people smell it up down.
I've been out of school more than 15 years.
Put two of them up there. Tell how long you been out. You need to be out. You might be out. You need to go back with that attitude. Isn't that right? But no, I try to help y'all. Ain't them kids cruel when y'all in school? Well, y'all gotta know that then. Y'all gotta be on top of yourself. Be on top of things. Check yourself before you go out. Make sure you got yourself together. Don't try to prepare when you get there. You prepare for you get there. You tell them come to school. Let me get a pencil. Let me borrow a pencil. Let me get a pencil. Let me borrow a piece of paper. They be like, stop what you're doing. What you doing? They like, when you come to class, how many of y'all teachers would tell y'all that? They be like, you don't come here. You're supposed to have your stuff before you come in here. I had teachers, listen, when you come in class, it's time to go to work. You had some let you come sit down for a minute, then for a second, then they jump in. We had some, listen, when you hit the seat, it was time to go to work. They ain't got time for you to be talking about, I need to get a pencil. This is old time for something. No, come on. I need a pencil, come on. I need a pencil, I need this. And then I'm gonna need a couple of this. Then you gonna need this right here. Now school's in session. But no, they're not going. They be like, so what made you wait till you got in my class to sharpen your pencil? Y'all remember that stuff? The latex this. Right, like, no, all this stuff here had to be done. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach y'all how to listen. I was a very unprepared child, and it was called I chose to do that. It gave you time to kind of fall around, but the assignment still got to be completed. So the longer you mess around, the further you get behind. That's why I'm telling y'all, I did this, okay? Now, what these parents will tell you now, I did a lot of screwing up, okay? Last minute stuff got to come. You don't want to live your life like that because it's going to be a part you're going to portray in life. Like these people, like they out there now for to cut my stuff off. Oh, let me get ready and pay you. Some of these people like, when I look at that, now go ahead and pay reconnection fee. Listen, we ain't coming back right now. We take the meter. We'll see you on the next time when you get on the list. And you know what you're thinking? Had I took care of this, I'm telling you, a lot of fooling around you doing now it's showing a pattern of what you guys going to become. So when it looks like rah is on you guys, it's because I'm trying to keep y'all from being ill prepared. That's right. If you get it now, you're gonna save yourself a whole lot of trouble by being proponent for getting on top of it. It's gotta be done. So you playing around at the pencil shopping, you doing that trying to lay tactic, you still gonna have to, you gotta get it done or you're gonna fail. So when you guys going with a mindset that I'm prepared and it's gotta be done, you can get through it the quicker. But a lot of time you keep fooling around trying to find stuff to do, all you're doing is getting further and further behind, and it's gonna pray. I know you ain't had to see you can hear me. You cross-eyed. Come on, folks, let me say it, you can tell. I can tell them. A lot of y'all don't know. This time, come on. Come on, lay your head back to the side a little bit like that. A little bit, draw it back just a little bit. Oh yeah, cross-eyed. Follow my hand. I know. I'm doing too. Why? See these? Boy, you blind. That boy eyes so jacked. My day, boy, we out shot out like that and came back across. Yeah, go to the doctor. Tell them preacher sent you. Listen, I can help a lot of y'all. A lot of folks, I can help. Man, this ain't the only thing I do. I got many. I'm like Keith told him, I don't practice. I know many styles. Folks around here trying to, isn't that right? It's impossible to master all this. I know many styles. But yeah, try to help y'all out. How many of y'all people here, adults, can agree with what I'm telling about being prepared, about being, these people, they're not just raising their hands. They'll tell you a lot of things y'all do, it's gonna hurt you later. Everything, it can be cute. The people not helping you when they let you keep screwing up. I thought, man, listen, people who you like are people who cover for you. People who, they like you, they don't like you. Because they like you, they'll tell you the truth. You sleeping, blind kid? You sleeping? That's fine, you hear him. You're not sleeping. You blind and your eye was closed. Well, come in for something. Come on, check. Come on that way. Come that way, so I see. God, the man. Come on, blind kid, get over here. Do like this. Do like this. Do it like this. Come on. Do it like this. Huh? Do it. Come on. Yeah, you blind. Okay. Hold your head back a little bit. Hold your head back a little bit. Not that far. A little bit. Tilt the little side. Like that. Then look up that way, Cam. Well, you got a lot of meat over your eyes. You ever try to get 2 pieces of bread and make a sandwich? Get out of here. I can't help everybody. Get out of here. Come on, come on, come on. Whew. I can't help everybody. You woke now? Y'all know I love kids. Y'all can tell it. How many of y'all want to be saved? I know it's a natural. Y'all can see it too. Kids like, you know what I'm saying? Like they do something to me. You know what I'm saying? Like a bad itch you can't scratch. But anyway, so what we're trying to do is get y'all ready for the future. Get y'all starting to look at, get yourselves together, become thinkers. You got it? I want y'all to kind of learn how to take your destiny in your hands. You have, listen, Yahuwah controls everything, okay? Make no mistakes. But you can play a major part to your success because he can only do so much with you based upon you following his ideology, what he believes, what he does, what he puts out. You know what I'm saying? Follow his doctrine. This is how he can help you. A lot of things you do, he can't help you. Like me, I want to go and rape women. He can't help me because it's outside his. He said, because that's not something I defend. You know what I'm saying? I want to go rob it. He can't help me. That's not something like you guys screwing up. He can't help you in that end. So you got to start looking at aligning yourself with, putting yourself in position where he can't help you, okay? Listen, a lot of these adults ain't catching on. I'm trying to give y'all an opportunity to catch on now. The earlier you get it, the better off you're going to be. Listen, the more you keep fooling around, the further you're going to be behind. Listen, how many of y'all kids want to make money? How much you making right now? That's what I thought. So you ain't the kid not to pay attention because you ain't making nothing right now. So what you doing now, get on the early stage, like when you got here in life, you need to learn how to make money and not only just to survive, you need to know how to live. There's other things you want to do. Let me tell you, actually, listen, these people tell you, y'all know how many of these people, your parents, them, all they doing is working, they scratching to survive. Listen, get your check and you still ain't got enough. Pay your bills, you still behind. That's a bad place to be in life. And you stay behind, you stay in that system so long, you start to recreate a different person. Because you know what? You see failure every time. You don't see success. I'm never getting ahead. I'm never catching up. I'm constantly getting behind. Things are constantly happening. This is a whole recipe for failure. I can help you guys. I'm trying to tell you, y'all ain't got to believe me. I can help you. I can help you. You don't want to do that. You want to align yourself with this man. You understand? You want somebody, listen, he can take a little and do a lot with it. Y'all got me? He can take a little and do a lot with it. Listen, he'll give you favor with people. I'm trying to tell you, he give you favor. Listen, he can put things at your disposal. I'm talking about things that's accessible for you, that won't be accessible for a lot of other people. So it's to your benefit. Y'all got it? It's to your benefit to create a relationship with him. Please, y'all don't be stupid. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of suffering going to be done. My parents look at tell them how successful you were when we were coming along. You remember you used to have extra money you used to get paid? When you got paid, did you need more? Was you working to just pretty much just to make it, keep clothes in our back, pay bills? Yeah. Man, y'all don't want to live like that all your life. You don't want to live like that all your life. A lot of these people, listen, every generation should do better. A lot of these people doing worse than their parents. That's a bad sign because we should be doing better. Every generation should be doing better. We find ourselves, we're in worse situation than our parents were in. Yeah. And guess why my dad tell me scuffing. They tell me scuffing. All that pictures were going across that hardwood floor and their shoes just going across. That's how, you're a kid. I'm out here scuffling. I just see my mom and dad just sliding across that floor and just marking up that floor. And, you know what I'm saying? That's what I saw, scuffling, trying to make it, trying to putting clothes on your back. And you study Tanner, they're telling you stuff, you know, you trying to put it together. You hear them, whoa, 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 Charlie Brown. Because some of the stuff I can't put together. I'm thinking, you got it, ain't you? You know, we got it. And I'm realizing a lot of parents are working to just pay bills. Working, you just living. After a while, living on, that's a recipe for wanting to die after a while. Because you're like, what's the purpose? I'm not getting ahead. I'm staying behind. Things aren't working out. So the key is trying to set up a relationship with Yahuwah so we learn to get some real solace. Who wants some real peace in what we do? It ain't about getting things. Please don't make it about that. It's about being successful with him. He'll grant you that serenity. Listen, you can have a little and you have a whole lot more than a whole lot of people with a whole lot. Y'all got it? He'll make it straight. Listen, man, he'll make your stuff like mozzarella. He'll fix it for you. I'm telling you now, mozzarella, you'll make it. And I'm telling you, this is how he makes me appreciate things. He lets you see so many people with doubt, and you realize he don't have to give you more. He'll make people have less. And you know what? He said, that's how I make yours abundant. Because listen, they ain't even got that. And that's how you realize I got a lot of these people so miserable. They're so miserable. They don't even look at how many people got a whole lot less than them. Listen, that's why I said a little that a righteous man have is more than all the treasure of the wicked. Listen, these people, look at Donald Trump, all the stuff he going for. You got to admit, this man going from court to court. Man, I had to go to court. I've been locked up 9 times. Let me tell you something. We got to go to court, but I got to go to that bathroom. Where Dave at? Dave, how much peace you got? You got to go to court in the morning. How about I can? We can't hear you. Yeah, I hear Dave. You remember when you used to have to go to court?
Yes, sir.
You remember how good you felt? You like, man, this ain't no big deal. This ain't nothing.
A lot of pressure. You don't sleep in that court.
But I don't know about that day. I go mess like I mess. I have my gut thinking about going for the man. Listen, this thing go bad. This thing go either way. You dealing with somebody. Listen, man, it's just the way they feel, and you realize you going to see somebody. Pretty much your future is in their hands. Whether you go home or whether you can go down the road. So you ain't sleep. Your mind is like, as it getting closer to it, you looking at, it's bad. I don't know how this can go. I'm telling you, this is where you at. A lot of people being able to have that peace, have that surrender, that's not something you got to deal with. Y'all better learn to appreciate. I'm telling you, there's a lot of other places I'd like to be to deal with some stuff like that. So y'all young people got a good opportunity to get y'all heads together while y'all young. Stop making bad decisions. Y'all got it? Surrender. We know what we're gonna do to do better. What do we feel like we need to do? What adjustment we gonna make? Do we know where we got off at? Where we got off at? Having an attitude, and that got you off. So you got to start putting things in perspective. You know the book tell us, it said be angry, but sin not. You're human. People can get you upset. Things can get you out. You're human. We're going to tell you, you can't get upset. That don't even make sense. That's not even written. The book said be angry, but sin not. Then later on, he came along, you know what he told him? He said, you don't put it that. Come on. My brother just called. Now, when I was talking, it was like I'm talking to everybody. Sometimes I think you be thinking it be me, him just talking around. See, how I'm going to be angry and sin not? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you put that check up there. So now, that's what you want to look at. So first we get to being angry and not sinning. Then we're going to learn to put away. See, these adjustments we're going to learn how to do. And it's not just for you guys, it's for us. Mm-hmm. Everything got its proper place. And if you don't learn how to function out of here, you see a lot of times you see these white kids, black kids, we shoot folks in the parking lot, it'd be the wrong people, it'd be one. We're never fortunate enough to shoot like 20 people and 50. We usually shoot one and it's the wrong person. It'd be like our mom or somebody like, please laugh, Justin, please. That's all I'm saying. Come on, you laughing in your spirit. Come on, Justin. So now, what we do, see, they come there, don't know how to put away anger, be angry about something that ain't even an issue. They seen something on the internet, somebody said something. You might need a tan. Go get a gun and get the whole blueprint to the school. I don't even know where you order it from. How to come? They got a blueprint for white kids. How to come out the ceiling in the principal office and shoot everybody in-house suspension. I don't know where you get the blueprint for. Somewhere, please don't go put it in your computer. But these kids know how to download this stuff, and Amazon sent it to them. I'm supposing that's what. I'm not saying that. So let's say somebody else said that. But they get this stuff overnight because it make no sense how you know. I was in school. I didn't know how to listen. I knew how to get to the gym and the cafeteria. If I break out, I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I know the closer door to got to my bus. The door to go through and to shoot up kids and go to principal. I don't look for them doors, man. I don't even know if they work. The door, I don't want to know how to get there. But for some reason they can go on the internet and they download this stuff. Don't do it. I'm telling you, because you make a quick decision that'll ruin your whole life. So y'all got to start being thinkers. That's what we're trying to create, thinkers. You a little sleeping. It's all right, you hear me. You sleeping. Come for a minute. Where you need to stand at? What you supposed to do?
Look up.
And lean your head a little bit. Let me tell you. You ever thought about putting about 10 goldfish in them glasses? I'm talking for real. Woo. Woo, that hurt mine. Looking back in them hurt. Superman. Can you see my heartbeat? Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're not sleeping? That's a good imitation. How you do that with your eyes stay closed and your head bent over like that be woke? No, I've been trying to learn some little trick because I thought about doing some kid parties. And I don't know, I know they, putting stuff out with sleeve is old. How you do that? Like how you like close your eyes, your head bent over like that, and you still do? How you do it? Nobody can't tell you. God, I can't help everybody. I try though. Y'all know what? I really be trying. Y'all got it? Y'all don't see a magic trick? When I said not magic, y'all don't see a trick. Hey, well, go get that bike out the back. I'm going to show them how to ride. Come on. Don't show a gorilla how to ride in 3 slaps. Then 2 are going to be for GP. I know I can do it with 1, but you know what I'm saying? The trick ain't going to be good. Isn't that right? You got to be able to do it in 3 slaps. If it's too fast, folk won't believe it. But I can help it with it. Hayward. Y'all good with that? That man just went and put a check on the board. He said, cause what he was thinking. How many of y'all know that's a bad man and you want to be saved? Look at these folks. Hey, when folks see you. That is sick. You know what? Hey, I was testing you. You just failed the test. I was testing. I just told Jed, I said, I'm going to see where he at. Jed, I said, let me test him, I'm going to see where he at. I said, why? I'm going to show you he done grown. You ain't grown either. I pull my rule out right now. He the same height. He ain't grown. You ain't no Robert. Yeah. I apologize. All I can do is what I can. I was going to try to show you how to teach a gorilla how to ride a bike in 3 slaps, and it just went bad. You can't help everybody. We'll try to do it next week. But the rest of my young people, we did all right. Lancaster, I know he messed up. Don't even worry about it. Who else I got? Did I get all my other young people? Did I see the rest of them? Oh yeah, Hadassah. How we do this week, Hadassah?
I went to in-school this week, but I'm okay.
How about how Shani do? Shani did good? Y'all did good too, didn't she?
No.
Oh. Did she try to do good?
I don't know.
Oh, I know. We appreciate y'all so much too for y'all honesty. Well, y'all two keep doing well, okay? All right, thank y'all. So I guess all my young people, I appreciate them. But I appreciate y'all time. I want my young people to get themselves together. Get yourself for what I told you. I know you're going to have some mishaps here and now, but I want y'all to learn how to start making adjustments. That's the key. Learn to make adjustments so you get better, okay? When you see where you make a mistake at, I want y'all to make adjustments. How you do this week? That's good. You ain't kidding about what you have. Did you comb it? Don't use a comb, use a breaker. That thing come out, that's a lethal weapon. That man get a comb and do like this. You know they gonna call that man Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Y'all listen, I can't make this stuff up. Listen, this ain't me. Arnell, how many days you got this week? 3 days? He losing it right now. Hit the cash out. Hit the cash out. Listen, there's something wrong with these people. Stassi, you're just not doing your job. There's a lot going on here with these people, and y'all not checking them. There's a lot getting by. But appreciate all y'all. All right, we're going to try to move forward. Who that dog? What's up?
Tight,
My man, Palm, look at Palm. Palm, you moved. I said Palm got the couch to itself. Palm, how you get the whole couch? That is that. I would say King Palm. That's that he done took the couch over. That's all right. Good to see you, isn't that right? Good to see everybody. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm trying to. All right, y'all, we're going to try to go to work. Listen, what come to mind while I'm talking, I feel like you who are willing, I think we had a good direction. We were traveling Wednesday. I'll come to you later. Trying to get down to science on dealing with dealing with the Torah of the law. I think when we really kind of get a better understanding of it, we kind of understand the direction we're going. A lot of times, I think it's a lot of misconceptions when you're dealing with the Torah. And it's easy to do for any of us. And I think when we have a better comprehension of the workings of what he did, I think we got a better idea of what it is he's expecting from us. A lot of times expectations are kind of kind of misunderstood. You got what I'm saying? And we'll see how that works, okay? So let's try to see what, I guess, expectations are, you know. Let's look, this is Romans 15:4. Y'all already know this is what we're doing, young people. We got to lay a foundation, right? So we can do what? Got to build. That's right. We got to build. That's right. 15:4. Ain't that how it goes? Got to build. What? Oh. Man, that's a hold on. I'm talking about the other one. And it's another side, because we got a lot of stuff that got the same name in it. Yeah. We can build a city. Once we together. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all, which one y'all talking about? All right, Romans 15:4, listen.
For whatever Nikatab before,
So whatever was written before,
Nikatab
it
Talamidas.
was written, young people. That's right. Teach or explain to someone how to do something. That's what it was written for. So always remember that. That's the purpose of it, okay? Listen.
So that through endurance,
What'd you say, Asa? Going through what? You look like you just moving your lips. I want to make sure you knew what you were saying. He don't. So I make sure you wasn't doing like Milli Vanilli. Ain't in there right trying to lip sing on us. That's right. Going through without quitting. Y'all need to know. What did that buck? What is it? You don't know what it is? Endurance. What is endurance? That's right. And what is endurance? You don't know? Well, let's look up endurance. This is how you always captivate. Don't ever be afraid of what you don't know. Let's learn it. So we take that. I was like that. Let me tell you, people beat you out all the time in life. When somebody knows something you don't know, what you think? Oh man, I'm dumb. Oh man, they smarter than me. Well, I mean, it's just because I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? It had been availed to me. But once I learn it, that's a difference. Give me the opportunity to learn it. Then I grade myself. We typically grade ourselves quick and put ourselves to fail. All we gotta do is learn what it is. Now you say you didn't know what endurance was. Well, how about now? Let's change it. It's the fact or the power of enduring. It's having the ability to be able to keep going. So when I go and I feel like I'm gonna quit, I got the ability to keep going in spite of. That's all it is. That's all enduring is. Endurance is, it would take to the root, it's just enduring or endure. Enduring, but not ing, suffix. An unpleasant or a difficult process. Just like if you ever ran before, you ever raced, you ever got tired? During the race, did you keep going in order to win? That's called endurance. See, it's unpleasant when you're tired. It's unpleasant when things are not, you feel like it's not comfortable. But at the end of the day, what you're looking at, I'm trying to win. That's what we're trying to do when we take on the word. It's unpleasant sometimes we go through the chastisement, when we go through the suffering. But at the end of the day, that's what endurance do. It's the power of enduring or an unpleasant or a difficult process or a situation without giving up. Without giving up. That's all it is. So do you know what endurance is now? So see, we just took the power. Now when I just asked you what was it, did you have kind of like a little nervousness or feel like, wow, I don't know what it is, so I'm afraid? Guess what? We just took it away. That's what I want to, this is what I want to leave y'all with. This is what I want you to always do. Don't be afraid. And close your leg. You ain't around the horse. You can close your leg a little bit, yeah. You close your leg a little bit, you ain't around the horse. You ain't impressing me. You know, listen, man, say her like that around. Where you going? Yeah, where you think you going? Yeah. Where you going? Where you going? Y'all some sick people in here too. And you know who get a check? Joanna and Stasha, because y'all did y'all job. I wouldn't have that problem. So that's what it is. So y'all, I don't know, it's some of that water. I'm gonna start checking this water. I just be popping these waters up. I don't be checking nothing. I got some enemies in here. Alex, Joseph, them two other people, Gabby and Maya. So, you know, and don't forget Adam. So remember what it is, enduring an unpleasant or a difficult process or a situation without giving way. That's what you do. So this is what the word is supposed to do. It's supposed to keep you from quitting. Somebody said, well, I just feel like giving up. I just feel like quitting. Well, tell me, we need to go back to the word. I mean, that don't make sense. It does make sense because that's what it's written for. It's to keep you, when you run into across an unpleasant situation or you having to go through something and you feel like quitting, giving away, that's what the word is for. So now you need to go back and you gotta go back and use it for what it's profitable for. Okay? That's what it's profitable for. A lot of times, a lot of people here get to that point, you know what they'll do? They'll go put on some Donny Hathaway, some of that suicide stuff, Lost in a Masquerade. And you ought to kill yourself. I heard that song, it was him. Who the guy killed himself? One of them made a song. Was it Donny Hathaway? That was him. I think the guy, he loved that song. He played that thing. He said, you don't like that? I said, no. It was years ago. He was like, why you don't? He said, man, why you don't like that? I said, it sounded like a suicide song. It was years, but it was way back. Probably late 80s. He was like, why you say that? I said, listen to him, what he's saying. I said, keep talking about a masquerade. You can tell it's a person feel like he's hiding. He's trying to put that everybody else is phony because he had a hurt situation, and he's trying to put off on other people for an excuse for him to kill himself, to feel like everybody's fake. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you get to that point, everybody fake you real, you're an idiot. How you think you're the only real person on the planet? I'm telling you something. Oh, yeah, I know you're in here. Don't do it. You're in that camera. You're an idiot. Don't do that. That's stupid. What makes you think you're the only right person? How you think you're the only truthful person on the planet? You know, everybody fake. You know, everybody gay. Seriously. Seriously. If that's your conclusion, you're trying to deflect. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it. He said, he was hurt too. He said, he came back, he didn't tell me about it later. He said, man, that thing here. He said, he didn't like that thing bothered him. I was like, well, he said, you said something about that song. I was like, I didn't even think nothing about it. I just told you I didn't like it. He said, yeah, he said, man, that thing got me. He said, he had killed himself. I said, it's hard to tell. Because I'm listening to what he said. Listen, I come from the street, so you have to pick up on people quick. Pick up on things people say. You got to pick up on traits. You got to pick up on things people quick. That's how you survive in the street. Now it take you too long, you'll lose your life. Honestly, you'll lose your life with the wrong set of people if you don't pick up on things quick. You got to listen to what people are saying when they're not saying something, but they are saying something. So you got to pay attention to it. Y'all got it? I'm trying to tell you, got to tell me, it's man gone. You know what I'm saying? The man tried to tell me, it didn't like he said that, but he did say something. He said something when he shot me. He would have said, I'm going to shoot you. I said, why didn't you say that earlier? We didn't have to keep going. How could we got a gun? But he did tell me, I just didn't pick it up. So you learn to pick up people's conversation quick, okay? You lose your life. So you start listening to people because they're saying something. When they're doing what? But they're doing what? All the time. All the time. Try, you can get sued. Winning team, listen, when we'll slap a lawsuit you so fast, it be so many junction. That man gave me a beat, I had wrote that thing down. He said, hey, Pops. I said, yeah. He said, your mama need to get that back. I said, huh? Yeah, Pop, I need to get, I'm seeing some things. I said, man, these folks, man, woo, boy, these folks had it wrong. You get a bill. So yeah, now I'm talking about that song. No, but that's the goal we're trying to do. We're trying to learn how to use the word, and when we get to difficult situations, we're trying to learn how to go through without giving away. Okay, and that giving away can be consent to other things. How a lot of people get in a bad situation, you can give people good moral ethics, like kids, tell them disciplines. But then a lot of times other kids will come along, they'll be more impressive, and guess what happens? They give away. So we want to teach them how to, how to kind of stay studious or stay focused when we get them directions. A lot of times you tell kids do something, then go to school, they tell you, I got out. That's why I want to know, how did you get out? I want to know what was the influence. So we see what we need to correct. I want them to figure it out. You know how many times my mom and dad told me to tell me the answer? They told me the answer with a B. I didn't get that thing, because I went back and did the same exact thing, because I didn't get it. I mean, I ain't gonna blame them, they didn't know how to explain it to me. So I get them an opportunity to talk. How many of y'all feel like us talking about it every week helps you out with doing better? My young people, how many of y'all feel like it help you out? Good. They give them an opportunity, because if they mess up, we can talk about it. We can talk about it to the fact that I want to know, well, how did you get off? What's our plan of attack now? What actions are we gonna take now? But I'm gonna beat you behind every time. And of course, I was scared. You take the butt with me, but I guarantee you, I went back, I ain't get it. I told you, well, what I'm gonna tell you whooping my behind? I still ain't getting it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Whatever gonna relieve me from getting beat right now, that's the answer. Isn't that right? That's the answer. But when you actually get it and you understand why, just like the word, why y'all think a lot of y'all keep faltering? Because you're in the same situation like these kids were in. You really don't get it. You agree to it for the fact that you fear Sheol. Let me tell you something. That's a start. That's not enough to hold you. That's not enough. The average person, go get them. Open their rocks up and show them Sheol and say, ain't nobody bad enough to, oh yeah, I'm going in. No, they're afraid too. They just don't understand the science of how to avoid it. Just like you, who ain't? Every person scared to die. Play that stuff. Oh, I ain't scared to die. Sure you're not. But you done this before, huh? Go ahead and tell a lie. You ain't done this before. Ain't nobody died before. Not nobody living. So you get, I'm talking about the permanent death. So there are a lot of fear, but it's not enough to keep you from transgressing. People see it all the time. Somebody killed, somebody kidnapped. And guess what? Some woman still go out with some guy she never met before. They don't stop nobody. Some parents still leave some kid left in the car. How many times we done seen kid left in the car, kid that, what, about one time? This area, especially summer. What happened? Somebody leave me in the car to go in the store. And they start crying. It's like, y'all all got the same story. Because people not getting it. The goal is to get it so you can get away from it. Y'all got it. We're trying to move for mastery. Let's look at what is mastery. Can we see mastery? Let's take away all. That's what I did. Let me tell you what I learned. I stayed away from a lot of things that could have helped me because of fear. Yeah, somebody else knew it, don't know it, to stay away from it. You don't know it. That means you're dumb. What else could it be? Because you don't know it. And we took dumb the wrong way. We ain't take away. Let's get the intelligence. Let's learn it. Take away. You know how many kids avoid things? Let me tell you some teachers. Y'all probably realize some of your bad kids in your class. You know why they're bad kids in your class? They'd rather do that than they'd rather avoid trying to learn it. Listen, I know. Kid, you say, man, they just be cut up in class. They're not just cut up in class. They cut up in class because they don't understand, they don't get it, and they know they get pent down. Them kids gonna look, and some of the door kids will say, you do all this, you're a dummy. So you know what I do? I cut the food in your class to get put out and just look like I'm a gangster crazy. And I throw my whole life. These teachers, I know what I'm talking about. You ain't gonna believe it. I've done some of everything. I watch people. I'm a study of people. People try to I watch people here, they put on coats, they put on covering. They're afraid. Why y'all think we go through and read these words and go through this? So I want to take away the fear. Whatever fear you got, we'll conquer it together. We just took away a fear. Oh, listen, when you take away the fear, look at it. Now, is endurance, you scared of endurance now? Endurance. Look at it, look at it. You almost had a heart attack, didn't you? Because now you know. See, that's how you know what? Most people don't want to know. So you know how many people sitting here don't know and still don't get it, still act like they get it. I said, how many of y'all didn't get it? They looking around saying, I raise my hand, they're going to think I'm dumb. And you don't realize you dumbing yourself down. It ain't what we think. You can conquer that. You can overcome it. Man, listen, there's so much knowledge in the word. There's so many things in the word you can obtain. But because of fear. And you'll grow up with that phobia and it'll block you. And you know what? You become this shallow person. You become this, this cunning person, this divisive person because of your fears. Oh, man, I've seen people like that. I've seen them, people like that. And people have it for women, talking to people. People just, you know what, you start, because of phobia, you start to build other antics. You know what I'm saying, that keep you away. And it'll happen to you with salvation. Man, a lot of people get held back. How many of y'all can admit that? You hear that other fears hold you back? I did. I can admit that. Wait a minute. Anybody can tell me what fear you let hold you back? Anybody? Yes, sir. The unknown. Okay, come on. Come on for a minute. Come on, big man. You just gotta, come on. That man said, I know, you ain't gonna believe it. There are known knowns and there are unknowns. There are things that we know that we don't know that we know. And there are things that we know that we do know. And there are unknown knowns that we know we don't know. Come on, Donald Rumsfeld. No, listen, the unknown. Well, I mean, let me say, I think on that one, Damon, when you answered it, what he did, he gave us a broad perspective versus kind of centering in on an incident or one situation at a time. On a broad end, everybody can agree because you said the unknown. There are a lot of unknowns when I say that on a broader end. Who can bring me in and kind of narrow me in on the field? Okay, I got Dwight. I think Dwight was before you. Yes, sir, Dwight. See that? The fear of rejection and embarrassment. So, how do you feel like that? How do you feel that hinted at you some point in life, held you back at a point in life, or whatever you might say? Huh? He said has. See that? He said held him back a lot because you felt that the no would hurt you hearing the no, or what? Because I'm trying to, when I'm asking, I guess what I'm trying to do, sometimes when we say things, we answer things, like he used a broad, so the brush was so broad, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of really miss, like, look, sometimes it's not as big as that. I think everybody has a fear of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, where do we go when we die? That's an unknown, and you don't really get over it because you don't know. We know that there's a place of separation until we go, but then people are like, okay, but where's the place? What do I do in the place? So, there's always a fear on a broader end, but we're trying to just kind of bring it into a narrow point of a thing that we felt like or feel like it's held us or it holds us back, and it keeps us from advancing. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense?
Yes, sir.
So can you narrow it in a little bit? It's okay if you can't.
I guess it'll be, the fear of people, how people want to look at you.
The fear, okay. Yeah, so perception. The fear of perception because of rejection. Yeah, okay. So, that's kind of broadening in some. Y'all kind of got me? Some of us can channel in a little closer. Who can channel in closer for me? Anybody? What you got? Self, okay. Woo! Feel like dancing like Rachel. Come on, man. What y'all doing to me? What y'all doing to me? You got a bill. Wait a minute. No, so that's a self. I kind of, no, don't worry about it when I say that. Sometimes when we answer things, we feel that we put ourselves to expose ourselves to where we kind of left out there. Everybody likes to kind of keep something, like they say, you always keep your trick in the bag. Something, that you can always pull out. A rabbit, you say pull a rabbit out of a hat. These are terminology people do that you say you always try to keep something so you're never out without, okay? And a lot of time in saying that, it's also a thing you do with yourself. You always try to keep something to where, if you catch me on that, I know how to do this. Like me, I learned how to be humorous so you can avoid other things. So you can avoid. A lot of times you'll find people that's comical and humorous. A lot of time they do it is to cover up the vulnerability of the hurt. So you learn how to entertain people so take away. A lot of comedians are hurt people. People don't know that. A lot of them, they won't tell you that. A lot of them, because you'll spend more time on how funny they are. Let me say this now. I'm not a hurt person. I've been there. I have. Please believe me when I tell y'all that. I'm not a liar, okay? I'm not a hurt person. But a lot of times what people will do, you will create something to say, it'll entertain people. Okay, just look at the slaves when they came over, okay? So when the slaves came over, give me the types. What's the two known types? House nigga. What the house nigga do? I'm just using that, please don't let it be offensive to anybody. That's typically what they call it, the house nigga. House nigga, the person inside the house. He didn't want the master keep inside, can sleep inside, get some of what master gets, on a high level. Say, what do we got? Field nigga. We got the field nigga. Who else we got? We got the blacksmith. So you got some that knew how to shoot a horse and know how to take care of animals. You got some that were just planners and going. You got some people that knew how to work and they knew how to keep themselves in the house by telling on other people out there to make sure they keep it out. He's a good watchman. And they knew how to serve kind of in the house. Then you had the one that can entertain. He had the one that can entertain. They gave him a little side office that people didn't pay attention to because he could entertain. White people didn't have component sets, record players. So you had him. He can get the harmonica. He could play that thing. You see what I'm saying? So he used that to divert away from other things he used because he knew how to entertain, okay? See, people missed that, didn't they? I know. That's what I do. So you start watching people and start looking at what do people use to divert from what they need to do or take the cover off of what they can't do. Huh? Some of them knew it. I can't. Even when Yahushua told you about the man, he said when he came, his master called him as a don and told him to give account. What was that again? And you remember what he told him? He said, I'm ashamed to beg. He said, I can't dig. So I had to hurry up and do something, didn't he? He said, quick, I'll go out and I change the debt. He told you what I can't do. I'm too ashamed to beg, to ask, and I can't dig. I can't work. But I know how to micromanage. So a lot of times what people do is people pick up talents to cover up who they actually are or their vulnerabilities. I got two of my tips. What y'all think about what I said? I probably need to go to school, don't I? Joanne, she said, yeah, you heard she said quick. She said quick, but no. So when I say that, you in the job that I have, you have to know people. Just like these people watch, they watch me for a reason. A lot of times people sit back and what people watch and why a lot of them sit on delay, because they watch. Because everybody got an angle. So you try to see where's the angle, because you don't want to get someone get caught and get stuck out there. And guess what you find out? Man, the whole thing was a facade, because they've been hurt before. But I like it. I like it. I already know. And that's fine. I tell people, it don't bother people saying, I'm watching you. I assure you, you took nothing away from me. I mean, you should, because people will hurt you. People will put you out, and people do have a game. And I'm one of the people, I try to come as straight as I can with people. It ain't always the way people like it. But I try to do that where you get an opportunity to just see who I am and where I'm at. I tell you how I think. If I read something online, I say, well, let me tell you how I see it. Because I want you to hear him. Because, you'll look at something, you'll hear something, you'll think, because you'll be surprised. In life, we're typically robotic. Everything you know, somebody told it to you. And they taught it to you from their perspective. You just don't know it. So when we'll go through things, you'll hear I ask you, I say, well, I ask you, I say, man, how you think about it? Then try to process the person or the people that you read about. What do you think their perception was? Got it? Because you'll say, man, I can't do that one. So, based upon what he told them, it had to be based upon what they knew. So I need to know, what did you know? Because I look at this. When I was growing up, you look at the book, we call it the Bible. I ain't going to fight over Bible terminologies. Let's just get basic to look at it. You look at it, you just try to figure out, you read about people, David, let's just look at David, Job, all these people. Let's be practical. That ain't you. That ain't me. I ain't never looked at them and say, I could be like that. That's going to be me. I could slay a giant. None of that stuff. These are Bible stories about people who God was with. So that's the first thing. That ain't me. So I'm reading about some people God was with. I'm reading about some people got over here. So I never saw a connection to these people. You read it because they told you it's the Bible. That's God's word. So that's why you're reading. You're supposed to believe. You don't question God. So everything they gave me, you pretty much just kind of put a lot of things on me without any understanding. So I went through to do some things that I didn't believe, and nor did I even understand it. So it was really, it's outside my ability to be able to do it, because these people had a certain type of understanding. They tried to, these were some special type of people. They weren't special type of people. They were just people that conformed themselves to. And this is what I had to learn how to do, how to conform to. Let me tell you what I can do, okay? Da, 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 da. Okay. Please don't let that get y'all up, okay? Okay? Okay. I'm gonna take a burger. Okay? Okay. Okay. So I guess what I'm trying to draw is kind of quick, just thinking, okay, if y'all can see it, what I got here is typically mimicking a bucket, okay? And I'm pouring out a liquid. Y'all can see what the liquid did with here? What'd it do? It spread. But if I pour it inside of here, then it can conform. It'll have to conform to this, okay? It has to conform. So a lot of this is what we're trying to learn how to do. Is we got to let the word come in, and we got to do what this liquid has to do when it gets in here. It's got to conform to. Just like a cake, this is what people do sometimes. They'll see a cake, and it'll be made into something. Wow, you made that, and man, how you get it to it? They pour it into a form. And when the liquid was poured in, it had to conform to it. That's how it took on the shape. A brick, you just can't make a brick by pouring something out. You had to pour it into a brick form. And the liquid, when it gets and it settles and it hardens, guess what? It conforms to the shape. So when we understand these practices, then we understand what he's trying to get us to do. I'm trying to take you being liquid, and I'm trying to pour you inside of this doctrine to where you will conform. Y'all got it? Not only that, then we even looking at it transforming. Because once you take that liquid solid, even the cake by the point, then it even transforms. It doesn't even look like a liquid anymore. Because not only did it conform, but it transformed. So he told me, now how am I going to do that? He said, by the renewing of your mind. I'm going to come in and restructure your mindset, the way you think, the way you operate. I'm trying to get you past some of your fears and phobia and make me your bigger fear. Don't be afraid to overcome these things. See, we let a lot of little things stop, and it hampers, it's damp, it holds us back. And it's time for us to start breaking that mold. You know what I'm saying? Because now you done conform to something already. And we got to break what we conform to. A lot of these people, ideologies they give us, a lot of these people, dictatorial things they give, we got to start breaking some of these forms. Sometimes I look at something and I say, well, I'm not sold on it. Because I realized this, why I have to be sold on it? I don't have to, because someone said, well, you got to go there because that's what the definition said, and who gave it to you? What do you ever ask, what was their agenda? Okay, just like when Yahushua sent, when Yahuwah sent Musa down to Mitzrayim, what did he say? Because I just want you out? No, so you can shakar me. This goes back further than me just coming to get you. There's a purpose. That I'm going to bring you out, that I'm going to put you in your own land. People that said as a renter, what do renters want? Cheaper rent. Come on, what do renters want? Cheaper rent. Don't they? A lawnmower. Come on, bro. She said, yeah, that's what they want, cheaper rent. Come on for a minute. Come on. Come on in here a little bit. Get out of my life. Huh? What wrong? That's for the kids. You don't get on the kids' light. How do? No. Renters want to become owners. Y'all got it. So he told them, I'm going to bring you out, into your own land. Guess where he will bring them out from? Bondage. So what he bringing out to what bondage? He bring them to liberty. So everything that he was proposing was something that's logical. I'm bringing you out of somebody else's land to your own. Who's gonna say, no, I don't want my own. I like being him. Okay, if that's stupid. How about the fact I'm bringing you out from the liberty? Because there are some people that say, I don't want to own. I like rent because it's less responsibility. Well, what if I got you out of bondage? What if I brought you from affliction? So look at all the different things they were susceptible to there. So what he came to offer was something that was practical. Who wouldn't accept it? And you know what they understood what it was? It was the acceptable year of Yahuwah. Because he let the new time started. This is your beginning. That's how you understood the acceptable year. It was the acceptable year. I guess that's over their head. Don't worry about it. So I like what I do. Love it, actually. And I like reaching people at a place of genuine. People just looking for somebody genuine. People tired of hocus pocus. People tired of game. People tired of the, just give me what's real. Let me find the real, because most people look at the real them is, you reaching people at the real them, and the real them is the fear. The real them is the phobia. The real them is the failure. The real them is, I make a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. I make mistakes when I ain't even doing nothing. So it's almost impractical to see myself in a state of no mistakes. It is. That's like you're fighting right now. So realistically, when you hear the word, you can only go with me so far. I can agree, I can like it, but I ain't no fool. And that holds you back. I know it does. It holds you back. It held me back. You'll buy it, but it ain't practical. You'll take it, you'll like the rest, but it ain't logical. And it ain't logical, it ain't practical. Come on now, let's fly around the room. How many of y'all would like to fly? Is it practical? No. So how far you can go with me in this conversation? And that's what you do when you hear me teach you about the reality of living without sin. It's just like flying around this room. I would love to do it, wouldn't you? But it ain't practical. It's not logical. It's only something I can wish for. And then I have to come back to reality and say it's not in any of the happenings, so why even exert a lot of time into it? And that's what you do when you hear the word. You look at, why would I exert a lot of time in it? Because I ain't gonna be saved. And I'm here to tell you, you can be saved. It's just gotta be explained to you in a way. It's gotta be presented to you in a way to where it's practical. It's doable. It's doable. You can do it. All of us, we can do it. It's just, we gotta look at what's holding us back. That's it. And a lot of it is those little fears. It ain't big, like Damon said, the unknowns. It ain't all of the unknowns. It's little things. It's a situation that happened. It's a thing. That'll did it. It's a thing. And it come back and it resonate back and you realize, yeah, all the rest of it can forgive me, but not for that. Probably not that. That one I'm probably stuck with. And that's the one thing. It's not practical as a whole bunch. We all say, how many of y'all did a whole bunch of things, whole bunch of stuff? Yeah, but it's that one thing. And that puts on your mind and weigh on you the most. I mean, come on. That's where it gets. That's where you get tripped up at. How many people can agree? We all got that one thing. We all got them. We all got them, but you got to fight past it. You got to fight past it. But the goal is to go through. Even the people up there, they got them. People don't tell you. We all do. You know what? You're trying to build up that energy, build up that speed, and say keep going, and you get to going, you feeling good, and that thing just come and say, hey, don't forget about me. We did that. You say, then you slow down. You say, I want to go so hard and put everything into it, then it don't work out. You know what I'm saying? And it don't work out. And that's what's holding you back. I know, it held me back for a long time. So we have to look at this and we have to understand it. Y'all got it? I think when we understand it, we'll start to position ourselves differently. That make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we down. So having that conversation for a lot of y'all, did y'all understand the conversation?
Yes, sir.
It's a conversation you need to hear.
Yes, sir.
That's because he know. That's how much he know about you. You thought he didn't know. A lot of you can agree, don't you? Listen, he's looking on everybody else. He knows everybody else. You ain't gonna believe except who? Who he don't know? Me. How many of y'all felt like that? He cares for everybody. Except for who? Me. It's because of what? Because of that thing I done. It's because I let that hold me back. But it's all purpose. It's all purpose. That's what we're here for. Those people on the screen, that's what we're here for. See, a lot of people don't know how to explain it. A lot of people don't know how to reach people at a level of where people at. And that's the purpose. You know, come on. We have not a Rosh Kohan that can do what? Seriously? Us? What we done? That's not talking, that's talking about them. No, he's talking about you. That's why he let it go the way it does. Because it's easy for us to figure. Let me tell you what we need. It's just like the Zamar desire. That my key part in that is a touch from you will really let me know and I wouldn't be confused. We all need that little something to say, I'm not going in vain. Because sometimes you can feel good about it. You say, you know what? That's right, man. That's right. You know what? And then it's like something fades or something. It's like something kind of dissipated or something. It's like I'm back where I was. How many of y'all know? You don't even have to raise your hand if you don't want to. So how do I know that? We had that conversation?
No, sir.
Because he knows. Because he knows. And you thought, in 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, let me go get about 13. He said, Elohim is not unfaithful to forget your labor of love. He knows. He knows. I know you feel like, I hadn't really labored. There's an honesty. You know, it's a zeal that's there. That's why you're here. But we got to learn how to work past and put some things behind us. We got to learn how to put things in perspective and look at, we got to push past. That's what endurance is, pushing past it. Those unprecedented things, all those things that we got to have in our life, these are things that hold us back. And it's logical, it's practical for them to stop you. Why should you think? Why should you be saved? Me too, why should you? Everything it's all practical for us not to be. It's all logical, it's not. It's more theory for us being saved. But that's why we need to know him. So we can take theory and make it practical. Huh? We can move from wondering to it's sustainable. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things we want. We got to get to where things are sustainable. You know what I'm saying? It's obtainable. That's the goal. That's why I'm here. Listen, I fall past all these things. Listen, I, sir, I, ma'am, or you. I'm you. I'm you. I'm Mr. Screw Up. Mess up. Done it all. Been there, done it. I got drawers full of them t-shirts. And most of y'all didn't know they come with a pair of drawers. You just got the shirt. I got the drawers and the shoes and the socks with it. And it's got a jacket that look like Carrie Kate. I just don't wear it. I get tripped. It'll trip me up every time I put it on. But, you know, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. And you don't realize why he allows you to be in certain spots for so long, because there are people you got to encounter in your life that's going to go through some of the same. Nobody, let me tell you something. Although people feel like it, nobody's going through a unique situation. Somebody tell me your unique situation. Just tell it to me. Come on. Somebody got one. Come on. Nobody has, tell me what's your unique situation. See that?
Realize that, you know, with your situation, you are the only person that stands in front of your kids.
That's it.
Have someone, especially with having boys,
Yes.
that they can look to in their household.
See that? She has a unique situation different than anybody else. Her situation is she has to deal with her past and having to deal with what she's done in her past and then having to raise her kids and have sons and not having someone for them to look to. Now that is a situation no one else in the world deals with. That's a new one and there's no answers for that. But you ain't gonna believe it. That situation, you know, a lot of y'all can agree it's not. How many of y'all can agree it's not? How many of y'all can agree it's so many people with situations like that, similar and even worse? You ain't gonna believe it. You don't believe what you just told them. They don't believe you when they just told you. You know why I know they don't believe it, sweetie? Because they have unique situations too, and they can't push past it. See, when they heard yours, they said, that's nothing. They ain't gonna believe it. If you hear theirs, that's nothing. See, that's how he trap us. See when I told y'all to narrow in? It's the unknowns. Is that why the unknowns is? It's the fear of not being accepted. When you narrow it down to exactly what it is, then we can conquer it. Huh? Then when you're looking at what is it coming up against? See, when we learned that Dawood told us, well, not Dawood, Dawood came to mind just then, but Shaul taught us about how the weapons of warfare, what are they again? Not carnal, but mighty through, to the pulling down. Think about this. Maybe I didn't put this together, just think about it. When you look at the situation I'm talking, the weapons of warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Elohim. When Dawood got ready to fight Goliath, Shaul offered him what? His armor, carnal. Now I know we're gonna go to. We're gonna look at what he went to, and he told him he had not yet proved them. Okay. I don't have the evidence of the validity of these things. I can't actually say that these conquer what I'm actually having to battle. So therefore I can't use them. I hadn't warred with them. So then when he told the weapons of warfare not carnal, but mighty through Elohim to the pulling down of. What did God when he killed Goliath? Goliath kept standing where? Pulled him down. I know you're looking at. He took a sling and what did he use? A rock, stone. You ain't gonna believe. Who was a rock saved by Elohim? And because he looked at who was he fighting. He said, who did he defy? The Dawood said, man, that man pissed me off. I know he ain't called me no little kid. He said, no, he defied Yasharal. And the Kai Yahuwah, the living Yahuwah. He said, this is who he defied. So I'm gonna go with what I know he's used in my endeavors. When I had to conquer something, I'm fighting for him. That's why I wouldn't take his. I wouldn't take what Shaul and them took. He said it's the pulling down, casting down. What did the man tell him? Hey, shrimp, you a kid. You couldn't possibly think you're gonna defeat me. So what he had to fight through? Imagination. Come in. If I told you something, you'll imagine it. You're a frog. Frog didn't come to your mind? What's the image of a frog? What's a frog? How can I be a frog? So then you gotta fight through it. Why would a man say I'm a frog when I'm not a frog? So you gotta cast down what? Imagination and every high thing. He's taller than him. Goliath was a giant. He was the smallest of all his brethren. And bringing into subjection, captivity, every thought to the obedience. That's what we got to look at. We got to try to get it to your obedience is fulfilled. We're trying to bring ourselves back into, listen, we've allowed ourselves to get ourselves spread out here with a whole lot of things. Now we got to learn how to bring these things back, contain the teeth. That's what I understand, to contain. That's what it is. You're going to start picking kind of like Val did with just a hand. She said, but get the bucket. She said, but you get a bucket. You can get more cotton, the bucket. The teeth is used to contain the whole. That's how they understood it, contain. In your patient, what you supposed to do? Contain. You're looking at possess whole. They're looking at how do they understand things. A basket is used, the teeth is used to contain, to hold it, to keep it from falling, keep it going. What are you using to keep it? He said, now that you that's able to do what? Keep you contained. See that? Like the teeth. I had to look at him almost like a basket, keeping me contained. So a lot of your situation he's giving you is to contain you, to keep you from falling. And to faultless. See that? See, all these work for a purpose. When they were bringing the animal, when they had to bring the flock, when they were bringing for the kohan, that's what they were bringing. When they bring, guess how, only way he would accept it, guess what had to happen to it? It had to be faultless. How did they understand that? They understood it from what they were offering. This is about the sacrifice. It had to be faultless. Had no defects. Yeah. And that's what we're working on now. Trying to get to no defects. Okay? That makes sense for y'all up there watching. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Okay? Right, Val going to beat you up. He right. What you done? You done something. He know that's right. Val, you right. I'm going to beat her up. I'm going to pull her cotton out and her peas. Let's go back to what we had. We're still finishing Romans 15. So we got that for whatever was written for a time. Nikatab to show someone how to do something, which is us, not someone else. So that through
endurance,
going through without give. What is it, Buck? I can't hear you say it louder. That's right, without giving up. That's right. And through the
nakum
and through the comfort of the
ketubim,
we
might have tikva.
What's that? Oh, man over here, he said, right. Okay, yeah, the rightness. That's right. That's good. So let's see how much sense some of them made what we looked at. We went here, went here. Where we left off here, 1 Thessalonians. Let's look at 1 Thessalonians again, see what there. How about that? I put a check by. Let's see where we go with this. Who are willing, maybe it won't be too long with y'all. But make no mistake, Yahuwah ain't gonna be too long. He gonna be back here soon. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, and I told y'all before, everybody ain't gonna make it, but you can. You can. I know what you say, oh, I'm back to crash and burn. No, you ain't got to be. You can fight past it. That's what the word for. Okay? That's what it's for. 1 Thessalonians, we'll do 4 and 1. 4 and 1. And let's see if we go back and look at it. So I want to make sure we get it. For whatever reason, he put it on my law. Let's look at it. We don't typically get to go back over things. Let's go back and rehearse it. How about it? All right, let's do 4 and 1. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 1. Listen.
Furthermore,
see that? Based off what he told you before, he's going more in depth. And furthermore, let them go more in depth in the conversation. Furthermore, then,
we call upon you and exhort you.
We call you and warn you. You say exhort you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, warn you.
In our Adon Yahushua.
In Yahushua. In
our
Master.
As you received from us how to halak.
See that? We taught you how to walk.
And to find the Khan in the of the Elohim as you halak also.
You see that? And guess how they learned that? He said, as you receive of us, how you ought to walk. Hands. Who know how to walk? Hands. Okay, he gonna jump. What you got, Damon? Circumspect. Tell me what you know for circumspect, since you said circumspect. Straight line. Circumspect. I guess we could do that up there. Or I think it'd be not willing to take risk. Yeah, up not one way, and then Musha told you not to turn to the right or to the left. That will teach you how to walk. That touch you to walk straight. You know the easy way to tell a person to walk straight? Don't turn right or left. Somebody said, what you need? They said, don't turn. What they let a person, you driving somebody, they said, what I do? Just don't turn. What they tell you to do? You ain't gonna believe it. Sometimes you tell people keep straight, they'll say, turn right here. You say, you better tell them what don't do. They'll pick it up. Don't turn to the right or left. They tell you better. For whatever reason, you tell people keep straight, they're the ones that try to turn. They'll be like, what? You said, I should just told you don't turn. Isn't that right? I'm just telling you, sometimes, so he told you not to turn to the right. So think about it. You're saying, well, what did he tell them how to walk? Well, he told them not to turn to the right or to the left. You see that touch you how to walk. That's how you teach them. How many people get a newborn baby and do like, notice when people get a toddler, what they typically do? Remember they doing like this right here. What's gonna happen to that baby? They gonna get off. Yeah. You typically, you taking small steps and you doing them just like this, ain't it? That's right. When you teach them how to walk, you're trying to teach them how to go straight. So that's what Mushab did. Remember, he brought us out. He would call us the children of Yasharal. Then later on, he called us Yasharal because you agree. Told you. He said, "Man, your breast had got purged." He said, "You know what I'm saying?" He said, "You're grown. You're grown." He started calling you Yasharal. He started referring to you as the children. See, immediately first I had to teach you how to walk. When I gave you, every time we never got to knock me, he kept coming back, keep telling us don't turn to the right or to the left. Because you should have known that. You grown. I already taught you to walk straight, be circumspect, not willing to take risk. That's what they start learning. Certain things you do, you're taking a risk at it. Yeah. And a lot of y'all do that now. They had a movie called Risky Business. I'm sure you like that, because that's your life. Why would you take risky business? You were supposed to learn, you're supposed to be circumspect. You're not supposed to be willing to take risks.
That's right.
Y'all got it? See, all these things we learning, And we put them into practicality so we can stop making so many mistakes. Now, what you do now when you take this is called, what I'm giving y'all, knowledge. So you know what knowledge becomes now? Who know? What you say? Ability? That knowledge, I don't know if we put that. Ability, we put understanding. But I'm going to tell you what we'll use it for now. Because I didn't have knowledge, what I would do without knowledge?
Destroyed.
Destroy?
Destroyed for lack of knowledge.
I said, what would I do? He said that I was destroyed because of lack of knowledge. Okay? So now knowledge becomes a defense. That's what happened. Knowledge becomes a defense. Okay, well, let's look at this. And just to show you how things work, in the 3rd chapter, let's see something right quick. How about this? 4th chapter, see that verse 22, Alah Shamuth, they call Exodus. Let's see where we go with this.
Captivity, been walking in his way too long. This place
Shamuth. Y'all know I couldn't do this without y'all, right? He don't give it to a person for them. And you don't think nothing about yourself. Alah Shamuth. 4 and 22. Let me tell you what I want. Listen.
Then you shall say to Pharaoh, thus says Yahuwah, Yasharal is my being, my firstborn.
See that? Firstborn. What happened?
So I said to you, let my being go, that he may serve me. But you have refused to let him go. Behold, I shall kill your being, your firstborn. Now it came about at the lodging place on the Darak that Yahuwah met him and sought to put him to moot.
I might need to go up a little bit. Back me up. Probably 19. Let's see. Listen.
Now Yahuwah said to Moshe in Midian, go back to Mizraim, for all the Anashim who were seeking your Kai are moot. So Moshe took his Ashah and his Bani and mounted them on a Kamor and returned to the Arats of Mizraim. Moshe also took the staff of the Elohim in his hand. Yahuwah said to Moshe, when you go to return to Mizraim, see that you perform before Pharaoh all the ots which I have put in your hand. But I shall harden his lob so that he shall not let the arm go. Then you shall say to Pharaoh, thus says Yahuwah, Yasharal is my being, my firstborn. So I said to you, let my being go, that he may serve me. But you have refused to let him go. Behold, I shall kill your being, your firstborn. Now it came about at the lodging place on the Darak that Yahuwah met him and sought to put him to moot. Then Zipporah took a flint and cut off her being's foreskin and threw it at his regal. And she said, surely you are a bridegroom of Dom to me. So he desisted from him. Then she said, you are a bridegroom of Dom because of the circumcision.
Okay.
Now Yahuwah said to Aharon, go to meet Moshe in Bamadbar. So he went and met him at the Har of the Elohim and kissed him. Moshe told Aharon all the Dabarim of Yahuwah.
What did he tell him?
All the Dabarim of Yahuwah, with which he had shalak him.
Which he sent them.
And all the ots that he had commanded
And
him.
all the signs he commanded him. Amar is command.
Then Moshe and Aharon went and assembled all the Zakanim of the Bani of Yasharal.
They went and assembled all the elders of Yasharal.
And Aharon spoke all the Dabarim which Yahuwah had spoken to Moshe.
And Aharon spoke all the Dabarim with Moshe, which Yahuwah had spoke to Moshe.
He then performed the ots in the of the arm.
And he then performed the signs, and he did all this in the sight, the because the is the eye, which is in the present, which is the appearance and the knowledge. That's how you take knowledge of things, from the appearance. Okay, listen.
So the arm, Amon, and when they shama that Yahuwah was concerned about the Bani of Yasharal, and that he had seen their affliction, then they bowed low in Shakah.
That's what they did. They adored him. See, when they found out that he had saw their affliction and he knew about it, that's when they worshiped him. You know why you can't do it? Because you didn't know he's seen it. Y'all amazing. Y'all know we have a palal at one time in the morning. Y'all know what it's called?
Shikah.
Amazing, isn't it? See, once I realized he know about our afflictions. For those people, you didn't know why I did it, or did you? It just coincides with your reading. I didn't get it from now. It's just amazing, isn't it? See, once they knew that he knew about their affliction, that's when they adored him. That's what Shakar did. See, you just look at a person, worship. Oh, I worship you. Oh, I worship you. Oh, what is you talking about? You know how you worship. People define the word, and it makes no sense. They don't know. It means I adore you. So I name out what I adore him for who he is, for what he gave us, for the loan, for the loan. I know, y'all just don't pay attention. I'll give you one for you, and then you know I'm acknowledging the day. Now I come back and I tell you, I give you one for you, and that's Shakar. Let him know I Shakar him. And when I'm doing it, I'm down. I let him know I prostrate myself before him. That's what they did it. Once they knew that he had looked on the affliction, that's when they adored him. See, that's why you don't have the admiration for him, because you don't consider that he's looked on your affliction. That's why they would go down there and bow their face, because they knew he looked on my affliction. That's what they knew. That he was knowledgeable of their infirmities. When he sent Mushah, he wanted to let them know that. I seen your affliction, and I come to deliver you from it. That's why they adored him. Nobody had ever done that for them before. They were kind of like down there at, don't worry about it, tell you what that. Natchez under the hill. When Yahuwah came, you know what they told him? I ain't never seen you around here before. We had never seen him around there before. Had never seen it before. But he let her know, I come down. I came down to deliver you. That's what he came down to do. I came down to deliver you. See, people didn't realize when Yahushua upon the tube, they tried to get him to come down if he be the Ben Elohim. He wouldn't do that. He came down to deliver you. They had to see it. Why do you think he came down? They were trying to get him to come down and do other things. He let you know why he came down. I came down to deliver you. That's what Yahushua wants us to know. That's what Yahuwah wants us to know. The existing one wants us to know through Mushah. I came down to deliver you from the beth of bondage, which was the house of slavery. Hello? Okay, listen. Don't you know the book said that who you yield your members to?
You're serving up.
That's who servant you are. The correct word would be slave. They only came up with the word servant to make people feel good, so white people wouldn't feel like when you said it, a slave is different from a servant. Let me see. A servant takes order from their boss, and a slave take order from their master. So nigga, I ain't no slave. I'm a servant. I'm stupid, trying to call me out my name. It's slave. Okay? So he came to deliver you from being a slave to sin. If you were obeying sin, he told you that's whose servant you were. That's how they understood their captivity was synonymous or equivalent with being a servant to sin. He did not come down to teach them what sin was. He taught them about their situation. That's what he's talking about, their situation. Then he associated it with sin, to let them know that they were in bondage. I ain't no slave. He said, yes, you are, because you obeying something different than what I told you. See, when I tried to get you to come out to obey me, you couldn't because your master wouldn't let you. And when I tell you to do something, you don't do it, it is because you're in the beth of bondage. Your master won't allow you. So then I have to deliver you from the beth of bondage. It made plenty of sense. He'd walk in and say, hey, y'all in here sinning. What you think about? Y'all come in Qatar in here. People wouldn't know what he was talking about. These people, this is outside my ability. That's what you're trying to get the law keeper to realize. It's outside your ability to be able to do it. I'm just telling you the truth. It's outside their ability. They just don't know it. That's why I argue with law teachers. You got to leave them where they at. It's outside their ability. They couldn't keep it. No more than they could have kept it when they was in Mizraim. You can't keep it. Hello? There's no way you can guard it. Okay? There's no way you can defend it. They can't defend it. How you gonna defend it? They're like a person in prison. He gonna tell the judge he can't do something 'cause it's the Shabat. They got him on a work program. He gonna tell them, you know, this whole week right here is on so-called. Okay? You finna be soaking, you're gonna be soaking your head up against them bricks, you gonna get your mind getting to work. And you know why Yahuwah let that happen? To show you can't obey what I tell you, because you're in sin. You're in captivity. That's how they understood it. See, they try to teach people something they can't possibly grasp. That's why people can't get over it. He needed you to understand this. He needed you to understand the situation. They had to understand the situation. Nobody know what you're talking about. The people don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about sin. They understood situations. I know what it's like to be in sin. I know what it's like to be in captivity. I know what it's like to not be in control of. He said, that's what I came to deliver you from. Because there are people who want to be free, but they can't be. And that's what he tried to teach them when they come down to sin. He said, but I can deliver you. Hello? Okay. I'm just helping y'all out. If that makes sense. Let's look at something right quick. See the 12th chapter. 12, the same book, 12, Alah Shamuth, 12, see 12 and 12. Let's see what come out of this. I'm sure I'm gonna drop down. Alah Shamuth. Let me see 20. Let's see, I might be down 12 and 20. Let's see where we go. All right, listen.
You shall not eat anything leavened in all your dwellings. You shall eat masut lakam.
Now, unleavened. See that? You're not supposed to eat anything that is leavened. Okay? Anything that caused the rise. You know what I'm saying? It been called the rise, Zarak. So we don't want you to eat it. So don't even do it. What's the name? Zarak. Come on. What'd you say? Ian. What'd you say? Who said that? Yeast? Who said that? You feel good about yourself? Good. Come on. Come on.
Then Musha, Yahweh, for all the Zakanim of Yasharal, and said to them,
He called for all the elders of Yasharal and said,
go and take for yourselves lambs according to your mishpachah,
according to your family,
and slay the Pesach lamb.
and slay the Pesach lamb.
You shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the dom, which is
And
in
they
the
were supposed to
basin,
take one according to what was again?
according to your mishpachah.
According to your family. That's why y'all didn't realize why they put on top of his head that he was the Malak of the Yahudim. Oh, wow, it's tight. That's what you're supposed to take. He just told you how you're supposed to take it. You're supposed to take it according to your family. Yehuda, their own family. That's why it makes sense why they had to put the Malak of the Yahudim over his head. Because they were following the order. Go ahead.
You shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the dom, which is in the basin, and apply some of the dom that is in the basin to the lintel and to the two doorposts. And none of you shall go outside the door of his beth until morning.
Y'all see that, brother? Take it and put upon hyssop. And that's what they gave him the cup. Remember, they took it and put up a reed and had on hyssop. And they put up to his mouth. He told you, truly, truly, I'm the door.
That's right.
They missed it. Why he told you he was the door? See, when he took the cup, they put on the reed and they had on hyssop and they put up to his mouth. You know what they were doing? He told him to take it and put it up to the door. I know they worry about the blood. You should have paid attention because they had been slapping him in his face. Yeah. They had been slapping him in their face. They kept asking him, who hit you? Who struck you? They took their fist. If I keep hitting your mouth, what you going to get in your mouth? They wouldn't pay attention to stuff like that. Go ahead.
For Yahuwah shall pass through to smite the Mizrites, and when he sees the dom on the lintel and on the two doorposts, Yahuwah shall pass over the door.
See that? He gonna pass over the door.
And shall not allow the destroyer to come in to your beth to smite you.
See that? Listen.
And you shall observe this debar as an ordinance for you and your benim alam.
You're gonna mark to remember this. He's going to observe it. Listen.
And it shall be when you enter the arats which Yahuwah shall give to you, as he has Shabat, you shall observe this service. And it shall be when your banim say to you, what is this service to you? You shall say, it is a pasak, zabak, to Yahuwah, who passed over the beth
That's a
of
Passover sacrifice. What happened?
to Yahuwah, who passed over the beth of the bani of Yasharal in Mitzrayim, when he smote the Mishrites, but spared our beth.
See what they did?
And the arm bowed low.
And we
in
sang a song to
Shekah.
tell him to pass us not. The man said, I passed over you. If I don't pass, I'll kill you. The man told you that. Huh?
That's right.
You see what the man told you? We sang a lot of stuff we don't know we had to be doing. Because you got a day, he told you to observe it. It's supposed to be a statue.
That's right.
You know, he just told you that. I passed over you. And
That's
why we
right.
saying, I'm getting up. And why we singing something to him to pass me not?
Right.
Let me show you something. 8 and 1. Who know what I want? Who? Who? Robinson. Romans 8 and 1. No, he just messed me up then.
Amus.
Amus 8 and 1. You're a mooseman. Burdensome. We'll come back. Amus. They call it Amus for the cookies. Amus. Amus. Listen.
Thus my Adon Yahuwah showed me, and behold, there was a basket of kaits.
Kayits. That's right. That means summer fruits. Kayits.
He said, what do you see, Amus? And I said, a basket of kaits. Then Yahuwah said to me,
What did he say?
the end has come for my arm, Yasharal.
The end has come for my arm, my strength, Yasharal.
Yes, sir.
That's what he's saying.
I shall not again pass by them anymore.
You told them don't pass you. He just told you. What he trying to let you know. How significant this is to them. I did that before, didn't it?
Yes.
They think, oh, he's coming to get me. No, I'm coming to kill you. That's what they was observing. They observed the fact that he had passed over us.
Right.
That was significant. Now he's telling him, I won't be doing that again. This time I'm coming back, I'm not passing over. So all these things come back to make them to consider. But see, when you without knowledge, a lot of things you won't even consider him saying. All right? All right, come on back over to what we had right quick. I just wanted to show y'all something. With him telling him the difference. So these things are significant to them. These folks don't realize now. He coming back now. He's not going to pass y'all now. Listen, what we left out? 8, what, 30, what?
27.
27, okay. 8, 20, 12, 27, listen.
And the arm bowed low in Shekah.
Oh my goodness, they did it again?
Yes, sir.
And the arm bowed low in Shekah. So what were they doing? They were adoring him. Let's see why.
Then the Bani of Yasharal went and did so, just as Yahuwah had Amar Mushah.
You
and
said they
Aharun
forgot to do what now?
Went and did so,
Jazz?
as Yahuwah had Amar Mushah.
Just like he commanded Mushah. Mushah told Aharun, Aharun told the Zakanim, the elder, and the elder told them, and amazingly, they did the same. And you know what he went all the way back to? They did just like Mushah said. But it came down from Aharun. Aharun taught it to the Zakanim, and the Zakanim told it to them.
That's right.
And they went right back to saying just like Mushah told them.
That's
And these
right.
folks got a problem not telling them something.
Yeah.
See, anytime something passed out of hand, folks get it wrong. They ain't get it wrong.
Nope.
Yahuwah told Aharun, he told Mushah told Aharun told all the Zakanim. And they done taught it to them. And the children of Benjamin Yasharal, they went and did just like Mushah told them. So that's the same thing when they heard the Zakanim. When they heard the Zakanim, they heard Mushah. And they heard Mushah, they heard Yahuwah. Listen.
Just as Yahuwah had Amar Mushah and Aharun, so they did.
See that, all the way back up there, the same way he commanded. Listen.
Now it came about at the middle of the Layla that Yahuwah struck all the firstborn in the Arats of Mizraim,
Look at that, he done struck him. What happened?
From the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sat on his throne, to the firstborn of the captive who was in the bed of the prison, and all the firstborn of cattle. Pharaoh, Cum in the Layla, he and all his Abadim, and all the Mishrites.
They all got up in the Layla.
And there was a great cry in Mizraim,
A sob.
for there was no Beth where there was not a moot one.
It wasn't a house, wasn't somebody dead in it.
That's right.
Listen,
Then he Yahweh to Mushah and Aharun at Layla and said,
what did he say?
Zarak, get out from among my arm, both you and the Bani of Yasharal, and go, Shekah Yahuwah, as you have said.
You told him to get up and you go serve Yahuwah, just like he said. These people gonna get us out of here. You just don't know it.
Yes,
Yahuwah,
sir.
he make a preparation, and we're gonna leave out with some goods too.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have no idea. I'm just watching everything. That's why it's taking time. They're gonna get us out. You'll see. Listen.
Take both your flock and your herds, as you have said, and go and Barak me also.
So this is what I want y'all to see. We went back. How many of y'all forgot why we went back to read this? Some honest, some not. The reason why we went back in because I was trying to teach y'all what knowledge was. It's a defense. It was a defense because they knew. See, everybody that didn't know. You saw how Mushah went and taught the Mizrites? I thought he pulled everybody. So you say how important that knowledge is to us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because those things revealed, they belong to us and to our Benin. That's
right.
why the Zakanim had to tell their children. He told, see, the secret thing belong to Yahuwah. The things revealed belong to us and in our Benin. Even all this tour that we might do them. That's why we did it. See, we saw the value in keeping the word. Daud said, the word have I hid in my law that I might not. That's how they did it. See, they adored him. They had admiration for him. And that kept them, that's what it helped with their obedience, their compliance. So you got to look at why you don't comply. He told you if you're a hardman. Oh, because they adored him and they got up and did everything Aharun said and what Mushah said and what Yahuwah told Mushah. Because they adored him. So what is the reason that you said the reason why you can't do it? Trouble in my way, trouble in my way. So you don't know why? Why he told you if you're a hard man, keep my commandment? So what you think? How you think he got you marked? That's right, you gotta hate him. Because see, the book told you they adored him. And to show you they adored him, they got up and did exactly what they were told. So what's your problem again now? Your past. What you said is now? It's real tight when you read it. See, they showed you why knowledge is a defense. They had the knowledge. It was a defense. Why he said it wasn't a house, somebody went dead in it. But except for them. What was that magical stuff they had going on? They just had knowledge. I'm trying to tell you. He told you it's Alam Qaeda knowing. That's Yada. Shorter form of knowledge. Know or known. Hello? See, that's all you got to do. When you know him, it makes a difference. That's why he wanted everybody to be taught of him. Because then you'll have the knowledge. Then you'll be able to shakak him. You don't know. You just hear words. So, whatever it's called, I just pray. I know. It's a difference. Because we let them know I adore you. I prostrate myself before you. Because I know what you've done. I acknowledge what you've done. I acknowledge that you give it. And I confess that Yahushua came. Your being, he came in the Pasal. He told you to confess it. He said, if you ain't, you're against me. I confess that. Y'all don't notice I say that sometimes? I said, I confess it. That he came in the Pasal. He said, everyone that's all of him, so he'll confess it. That he came in the Pasal. He want me to acknowledge that his son came in the flesh. Confess it. These people have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it.
That's right.
Okay. He came from my katayin. You can confess your katayin. So what's the proponent for getting rid of him? Yahushua coming in the flesh. According to your law. Where he visited katayin at? Upon the Benin. And that's why, see, you don't even know how you got rid of your Benin. You don't even know how your kata left. So when Yahushua came, the law was gone? Couldn't have been gone. It was still instituted. That made no sense. Otherwise, you still in your kata. You're still in your sin. These people have no idea what they're doing. He came down here, the law was gone because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you confirm. It couldn't be. That's the only way he could be able to, that's where he could be an advocate, a proponent, be able to take on our sin. That he put, you see how he already advocated for? Yahuwah was already in favor in delivering you. I already knew you couldn't do it. He said, I already knew you couldn't do it. Hello? Yes, sir. I'm trying to tell you. Well, that's how it works anyway. Isn't that right? These kids ought to understand they're in school. That 50 they giving y'all no matter what you do. Because they know you can't do it. They know ain't nowhere where you can get that stuff done. That's why they give you a 50. Because they already know they can't do it. They should be able to do it, but they already know they ain't going to be able to do it. So they done already set something in place to cover for it. Man, that dumb. Why they sitting there getting in the grade? Yeah, it's kind of dumb like Yahushua. Why he getting you an opportunity? Because I know you couldn't do it. See, the only way you can understand as a man is watch what they're doing in the school system.
Right.
You said, man, sit here and get, you want the kid, you said, ain't no way that kid got no business being promoted. You will say, you ain't going to believe it.
Right.
There's no way in the world you got no business being promoted either.
Right, right.
But the only way you can understand as a man, I had to let you say it. And you ain't going to believe it. You know when they came up with giving them that 50 during the middle of the school year? When did they come up with it? At the start? I wonder when Yahuwah came up with this for us. Go figure. Go figure he already had something instituted. Because I already knew you couldn't do it. You ain't gonna believe it why they did it. It's just like the Torah, because they knew the system was weak. They already knew the system was weak. There was no way they could do it. That's it. Yahushua sent his son, they said y'all a superintendent. I'll help you out. So, see, all these things already been made way. And he had to put it this way. And the reason why it had to happen this way, so that's the way you can understand it. See, all of your fight with him is the fact that all of his stuff, it's hard for you to see it because it's Ruachni. You can't see Ruachni when you flesh. They're like Yahuwah, you can't see him. No man never seen him in the flesh. Nobody never seen him. Not, you can't do it in the live. Right. But see, it's hard for you to appertain or to obtain it. You know what I'm saying? To really get a grasp of it that way. Because we typically work in a sector where see, hear, smell, touch, and feel. That's how we work. All these things, you know, kind of how, did I miss anything? Hear, taste, touch, smell, hear, see. That's how we work. That's why I had to let all these things come out and let them happen the way they do in your natural life so you can see the invisible things. Yeah, how many of y'all remember the Invisible Man? I grew up on the original the old Invisible Man. That thing was scary. And Kevin Bacon, man, I'd put some eggs on the side and some toast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That original was scary because, you know what I'm saying, that's that old black and white. Black and white didn't know how to do that stuff. Our stuff be real stupid and scary. That's right. That's like, man, like Jason, he moved too fast. We had to creep from the Black Lagoon. He come out the wall like this.
That's right. That's right.
White woman run 2 steps and fall and lay on the ground for 30 minutes hollering.
That's right.
Because she knew he can't go that fast. He was like, don't you move, white girl. I'm coming. Karen, don't move and don't lie on me. He coming for her, you know what I'm saying? Jason got that walk like he walking that. He got faster and faster. I ain't know a drowned nigga could go that fast. They say he's supposed to be in the combine this year. It's crazy. So there's a lot of things that we have to see. There are a lot of things that have to happen so you can actually be able to compare things. He said when you try to compare Ruachni things, you don't believe you got to compare with Ruachni things. So you got to compare carnal things with carnal things. But he put these things divided so you can learn how to kind of translate them over. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Amus. You saw how he started showing them like spiritual children? No, he showed them natural fruit. And he let them know it was a season. So he was able to understand and put it together. These fruits are picked in a season. It's a time when you come to get them. So he would tell, when he showed him that now, get what he's saying? He said, the end is now. I'm not passing by them again. So he knew he can compare something natural that this was not a carnal thing, this was spiritual. The same way Cup was able to sit down and see a sheet netted at the 4 corners. Right. And knew he wasn't talking about making up his bed and opening all these unclean things. And he told him to rise, slay, and eat. He said, not so, because nothing common unclean had never entered into my vessel. And he did this. He said, this thing was done to me thrice. He said, and I tried to, had me in a complexity. Because I'm trying to figure what it was. But then when he came to Cornelius' house and they said, we're all here to hear words of you, he said, you know, it's unlawful for a Yehudi to come into the house of another Gui of another nation. He said, but Elohim has showed me not to call any man common or unclean. But he showed him a natural thing. He knew I showed him something to the dietary law. I knew you wouldn't eat it. I knew you were naturally rejected. And you knew you were right. And listen, you were right in your own eyes. Because I know I'm right. I know I ain't wrong. It's no way. And that's how you're going to be when you see it. So when I sing you know what I told him to do? Doubt nothing. So when he went there and saw a whole house of people, sitting here saying, we all here to hear words of you. And he realized that I'm not even supposed to come in to him, but Elohim has showed me not to call any man common or unclean. But you have to be a person open to correction. You have to be a person open to the understanding of Elohim. And because you don't and you fight it, you lost your defense. Okay, I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm trying to tell you. A lot of times you can mess your own self up. So I truly believe that he's moving us into a sector, into a better understanding of what we have by coming to grips with where we are, coming to grips with what we fought for so long. We fought a lot of things a lot of years. And a lot of you fought so long you don't even realize you still fight. People, listen, I got people got all kind of mindsets, right? People, let me tell you something. Y'all how many people think they know my job? Y'all have no idea. Oh yeah, there's plenty of people. Man, listen. I would do things differently. I'm sure you would. And all the people already been burned up.
Yeah.
I have to think, because they don't realize it ain't me. You got to just let him be who he is.
That's
let
right.
him correct the way he correct. Listen, he knows what he can use and what he can't.
That's
You
right.
be a fool. It ain't even me you fight. You fight him. He knows what he's doing. We let him operate. He's going to let Tony go as far as he can use Tony. After that, he'll put Tony aside. He'll say, I need to go further. That's it. He don't give me no extra ability. He only gonna take me as far as I can use. As far as he can use me. After that point, I can't use you no more. And I told you have to be good with that. See, we had to get to a point of understanding what is his purpose for us. Y'all got it. I made you for a purpose. The problem is none of us never set ourselves to be used for that purpose. Because you got some thing you want to do. I got a thing I want to see. How's the thing I'm trying to accomplish? And he said, and that's why you in the situation you're in, and you never accomplished them, and you never got them done, because you hadn't set yourself to be available. I'm being honest, you have to make yourself available for him. Okay, I don't guess y'all get it then. That's why he was able to use Yahushua for the time period he was able to use it for. He made himself available.
Right.
See, let's be honest, we all got pressing things. This man made himself available at any time. Use me any time. At any time, not full time. I want to live where he said, I want to live where he can use me any time. So you ain't gonna have nothing. Okay. I mean, it's hard. Come on, anytime I got stuff. I got a family. I got a wife. What I care for? So he can use me anytime? There's sometimes there's some stuff she want. I don't want to defraud her now. I want to do what you said, but I don't want to defraud her. He said, that's why I can only use you so long. And I can only use you for so much. So a lot of y'all could be you. I know that, but you got your own ideology. And you have to, and let's be practical, okay, for all of us. We are coming into accomplishing, becoming totally his. I also got a song, Sold Out. I'm sold out. It's beautiful, but let's be practical. We're not there. I'm selling. I got stuff for sale. I say that. I ain't sold out. I got stuff for sale. Because as I go, I realize some things I need to get rid of. So I sell that until I completely get everything gone. You can have a blowout, close, out of business sale. You ain't gonna sell everything that day. You'll still have some stuff you hold on to now. And that's what happened. I had a blowout sale. I had everything gotta go, but I'll be honest with you, I still got some stuff. Y'all want the truth, you want me to tell you a lie. Okay, let's be practical. Don't listen, that's a beautiful song. Nobody's totally sold out. Don't believe that. That'll put us right where he was. Because to really be sold out, we make ourselves available for it. And let me say this for everybody. Don't go trying to do no extra, put yourself. This comes in a maturing. You mature to get these points, okay? It really ain't what you're thinking. Oh, I'm just finna get rid of everything. You're gonna make a mess. Because now when you put out and you go to regret, Now you just put yourself in transgression. Because you do anything that's not an amanah, that's going to be sin. I've learned, I'm mature as I'm going. I don't try to, let me tell you what I do, okay? I don't be trying to put all this crazy stuff folks thinking, that ain't me. I keep myself very open. I try to keep myself very susceptible to and a listening ear, so I learn to transition and making sure it's practical. A lot of times, what I said for some of y'all, you use that as a cloak. That's what I'm doing. I'm practical. No, you practicing. You're not practical. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even practicing to do what's right. You practice to do what's rosha. Because a lot of times people use that as an excuse. That's why I try to make sure it's practical, because a lot of things have to interline themselves. And you got to make sure when you weigh the whole matter, you know what I'm saying? The whole matter, and you start to look at progression, whether or not you're progressing or you're degressing. And a lot of you guys are not progressing. So it's a lot you got to really put into what you're doing. There's a lot of inner searching yourself to make sure, because when you really search yourself, you can always find a defect. Don't fool yourself. It's still something now. Don't fool yourself. Even it's still something now. Go ahead. I ain't heard nothing. Okay, now what we're going to do with that lie? Because you're always, listen, why would he tell me daily I'm going to pick up if I got all of it gone? Why would I be picking up daily?
Right.
Because daily I'm putting something down.
Right.
Daily I'm getting rid of something.
Right.
Daily I'm weighing where I'm trying to go. And where I'm trying to go is somewhere you look at, I got to get rid of some more stuff. It's just like when a person right now, they put you out of your home. You're going to grab everything, and you walking. You're going to grab everything that you can possibly coat, and somebody's going to be heavy. As you keep going, you know what you're going to start looking at?
Letting go of stuff.
You're going to start downsizing, because some of that stuff, you don't really need it. You don't have fighters because I'm going to need a jacket under this jacket. I know I'm going to need a hat and a muffin on. Man, that stuff, you know what? You start realizing how that one coat, you can pull up your head like this and do it, because it's just too much stuff. And what don't see it, now you can't see it because you got so, let me tell you what that teach you. Now you got so much stuff you don't see it. But eventually when you get in a situation, he's going to show you, there's a lot of stuff you got. It's actually a little more versatile than what you're thinking. You got more stuff, so you don't see how versatile what you got is enough. Man, somebody before they got to have a scarf, a muffin, a hat, a mask, and a ski mountain. You got here, you on the street, you were like, I don't need all that. Because you start looking at what's practical. When you get out here, you see a lot of things you actually, just like life, a lot of stuff you got, you actually don't need it. It's just you got it and you feel like you do. You feel like it's a part of your living, but it's really not. A lot of stuff is really not. And then because you learned to accumulate so many things, you made them things your life, and you made them your being. You made them your existence, and that's why you don't exist with him. Y'all want the truth, don't you? I can help you out. You just ain't going to take it. It don't matter what I tell you, you ain't going to take it. I appreciate it. I got a lot of stuff, but it comes down to it, I don't need all of it. It just don't. And I try to make sure it ain't my living.
Yeah.
I don't want to live for what I got. I learn how to live with what I got. Y'all got what I'm saying? And learn how to live with what I don't have, too. I'm just trying to help out. You know, it'll keep you out of a lot of hurts. A lot of y'all got a lot of hurt. This is what bad. You hurt. They hurt and tore about some stuff they ain't got. They ain't never had anyway. I don't know how you hurt. You know what I'm hurt about? Me and Lola Falana. Why you laughing, Boston? This serious. Why you laughing? Exactly. I never had her, and I'm tore up. Now I just use that. These folks here. Your brain is so bad. Your brain is bad. How you hurt about something you ain't never had? You hit it exactly on the head, boss. That's what the average person here hurt and tore up. You ain't never had it. So how you tore up and hurt about something you ain't never had? And then if I had it, you ain't never had it. How you know you gonna do if you have it? You never had it. So you done made a crush of your life on something you ain't never had in the first place. And how's it destroyed you? You never had it. See that? Practical. So he knows what's, so you start looking at sufficient. When you start looking at sufficient, you'll see how he'll add. Sufficient is the you. You keep yourself where you always avail yourself. Don't let things get in the way and block you from. A lot of times things you get will block you. Marriages. I got them here. Marriage has blocked their common sense. A lot of people, it blocked their common sense. I'm trying to tell you something, it'll mess you up. A lot of stuff folks here need, it'll mess you up. It'll block your common sense. A lot of stuff that people want to do, it'll block your comments and it don't work for you. You gotta start looking at what worked for you. You gotta be very practical. You gotta be open to. A lot of times people get things, they line up making them so much of their possession to where they lose sight of possession of relationship with Yahuwah. That's the most important thing to possess. Listen, a husband and wife, they're gonna die. They live and they're gonna die. So how much can I really put in you? That's my everything. That's tight. Your everything gone. See, with those people looked at Yahushua, they had their affection to him because they looked at, they had trusted it had been him to deliver them. But he was only transitioned to do what their hope was. Y'all got it? So they want to know how had he fallen. It was because I came down to deliver you. Man, they want to know how did I fallen. They didn't realize, no, I didn't. I came down to deliver you. It looked like he had fallen. He hadn't fallen. I only came down to deliver you. So understanding how he worked is important. Because a lot of you guys, you fail quick. You don't see him work. You don't get to see him work. Let him work. He don't work the way you want him to work. I just want him to like, he just do like this. He said, ain't your boy? That's right. He said, ain't your boy? I'm trying to go get the whisker sauce. He's like, who you think you're talking to? You ain't gonna get no whisker sauce for you. Ain't your boy? Isn't that right? You have to pay attention to him. You are the subservient, not him. Yahuwah served you. Yahushua served you when he came. He's gone and coming to his own now. Hello? Okay, I'm trying to help y'all out. So it's a lot that we have to look at and consider. Look at Joseph, for instance. How had he fallen? How did he fall? His king, he actually fell for their sake. Look at what happened when he got up. He delivered them. So what looked like a fall, he actually came down to deliver them. Remember, he told them that he saw them, and they should call him. That's right. Well, how all this is going to happen? You're going to need to fall. And also got a song that says, I don't want to fall. Now, guess who couldn't sing that song? Yahushua and Yusuf. They couldn't sing it. Now, when he said he talked about don't want to fall from the con, but you understand for these two guys, they had to. That's how they was able to redeem you. Because you, just like the kids getting to 50, because you weren't able to. Hello? Man, you put all you got in it, all you had was 50%, and then he gave you 50, that's how you made 100. But everything you got, that's the best you could have got. So he gave you the other 50 to make 100. Yeah. But he had to fall. See, that's beyond your comprehension, ain't it? And you so smart, though, that you didn't realize the only way that was going to happen and he was going to be able to put them in that situation was he was going to have to fall. Hello? Yes, sir. See? And now they want to know, how did I fall? You know what I'm saying? For your sake. For your sake. Remember, he said he was going to ascend above. See, you ain't going to believe it. Joseph, Pharaoh put him over all his rulers. But he had to fall first. Well, they brought him from the dungeon, didn't they? Oh, interesting. Interesting. A lot of stuff you don't know, huh? So the goal is to try to look at how we use this knowledge for defense. How we get out of, stop entrapping ourselves in these situations where we get held back. When it come down to it, John, I'm trying to let y'all go. When it come down to it, you who are willing. When it come down to it, it's really an individual endeavor, even though you're married. Make no mistakes. In some cases, different, but most cases, a lot of cases with us, the husband and spouse are not actually equally on the same page. They're typically not. People, I know you'll tell yourself, well, mine calm, they be want to calm. Just because you want to calm don't mean you really in a mind state. Okay. Okay. That's okay. All right. That makes sense that if you hear you are, because the cause is just a lie anyway, because they come unto me as my people, and they sit before me as my arm. They hear my word, but they got to all be on the same page because they all hear. Okay. I'm trying to help y'all out. So as we keep hearing the word, this is what you have to be. Listen, do like he said, live joyfully with the issue that he gave you for your life, for your vain time being here. This is your portion. At the end of the day, this is for husband, wives, everybody, okay? You really have to come down to a point of where you at and what you want to do. Listen, that man came to tell y'all don't pay attention. See, this is what y'all at. He told you, he said, I actually didn't come to set peace, shalom. He said, I actually came to put a sword. He said, I came to put a mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law. I said, and the son again. He said, a man foe gonna be them of his own house. I know they're not gonna do it. I tell you, like y'all people, these people not honest. I got these people, they really not honest. They will tell the truth. They'll get up there and tell the truth. There's a whole lot of junk going on I shouldn't be let going on. But they're not gonna do that because then they're gonna look stupid. They're like, I'm gonna look stupid. They don't realize they're already stupid. It don't matter how they look, because most of them not gonna put their foot down and just tell the truth. Oh, these people not. These people cover. Just like Ananias and Sapphira, these folks cover up for each other. Oh, it's a lot of cover in him. How much you sold for? So much. He said, why you let Satan fear your law that you said and you don't lie to the Ruach HaKodesh? He said, behold, the feet of the men that took your husband to bury, they're at the door waiting on you. And she fell dead right there. And all that was so the Yah would come on and hold the door. I'm trying to help out. I know y'all do, people do a lot of covering in him. I mean, that's where you at in your life. I'm trying to make sure I cover me. So many got to take care of herself at the end of the day. I tell her what she need to do now. I tell her, I tell her what she need to do. I said, because you know me now. I said, I'm a bit liar. I told her that. She know that's not practical. If I tell her something, I said, that's where you at. And that's where you'll be at. You'll find yourself burning later now. At the end of the day, she'll never take me nowhere. That's why I do the drive. She ain't going to take me nowhere. You need to put a pin on it? No, come on, do that. Please, sir. Yeah, no, come on. I want you to serve it to him. It's something in the spirit. The spirit moving mysterious ways, ain't it? I appreciate that. How you know that was that way for you like that? You can say it way back. See, folks, but you know, you let him use you, though. Let him use you.
But let's preach.
Yeah.
I fell for all of y'all.
Oh, good. Now you know how he fell for all of them. That's right. They're willing to take us. But so now, y'all think about it. At the end of the day, they're for everybody. Listen, honestly, y'all want the truth, okay? As we get closer to this is going to prove out everybody. As we're going, all your covering is not going to work. He said the bed is shorter than a man can stretch himself out on it, and the covering narrow. You don't be able to keep wrapping yourself. I'm just being honest with y'all. You really had to get in a place with yourself. You got to really look at it. Like, I know some of the people seem separated. Oh, you know, I'd like to have my spouse. At the expense of you going well. I'm just being honest. At the expense of you going well, though. Because let me tell you something. It's hard when you got somebody totally going a whole different way. A lot of people think they got bad. We tell somebody just totally minded going a whole different way. And you trying to go this way, you can say what you want to, keep serving. You're a liar. It's going to pull you. You might come, but your mind going to be totally somewhere else the whole time. They're going to pull you into a town. You got to why. You just say, you know what? I just give up. You're going to find an excuse, and you're going to find a reason. Just like these people doing, they find a reason. You know what I'm trying, they're going to get you. First, you'll try to keep going. Then you're going to look, and you know what you're going to find the culprit is. Why you laugh? Who the culprit? Who the culprit? No, it's preacher. I'm telling you, it's gonna be preacher. Because the Lord is showing me something. I'm telling you, if you look real closely, it's preacher. And then watching all y'all see him laughing. So he got y'all. Oh yeah, he working them. That's how he work them. He got them, he's saying, it's preacher. Yeah, I'm seeing some things now. And then that's how Satan gonna get you out here. He gonna trap you up, and you're gonna fall. You're gonna find yourself out that door, and you're gonna find out you can't get back. And you know what I'm gonna say? Checkmate. That's how it works. Of course, it's gonna look like me. These folks, come be honest. How many of y'all came with y'all spot car? It make you start looking, and you got to start looking. You got to start saying that it might be preacher. It could be something. I don't count because they put stuff in your ear, so you can't see him. I'm telling you, it's something. See, you think about it. You see it, and you keep going out the while. That dumb part of your brain, which is all of it, is talking to you. Dummy trying to tell you, I hear you, dummy. And you just get it going. Oh, yeah, it start talking. It feed you. Oh, I know. Listen. I know all the disguises. I know it. I watch it. Because, see, now he starts showing you. See, you starting to get a lot of wisdom. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like stuff coming to you like, I'm really starting to see this thing, and this is your fall. This is your fall. I assure you, you see absolutely nothing. You see what you want to see, what you have, the facade that you want to cover with. People don't want to tell the truth. People don't want to tell the truth. Listen, I can help people. Y'all don't believe it. I can pray for you and you'll live. These folks have an idea. Listen, don't let anybody make no fool out of you. Listen, when you're going through your situation, you have to find someone to blame. You never want to blame and look at this is just the truth, what I'm saying. that I'm with somebody that like to play. I'm somebody that's just not serious. And you got to make up your mind on how serious are you. Listen, nobody ain't got me hoodwinked to nothing. I assure you, my salvation is very, 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 very at the top of everything for me. Listen, barring none, my salvation is there. Listen, no sooner as I told you and I read that letter, I said, I'm honest. I said, if it's for me to take a ring, I said, I'll take it. I said, just watch me and see. No sooner as I got the ring, something, Judge said, hold up, did mean you playing that? He said, hold on for a minute, preacher. He said, yo, I'm just asking. I said, and I cussed you out, and I told you, don't you ever pull that again. Because that quick, he wanted to just show him. That's how quick Yahuwah moved to show him. Said, that's it, he ain't got to watch long. I show him right quick. That quick, he showed him. That quick. I tip it, don't miss nothing. Yahuwah show him that quick. Why wait? It looked like wait a long period of time. He said, that fast I show him. He should have been paying attention. See, a lot of these people try to move and think they know something. They really don't know what they think they know. Take your time. See, Yahuwah let me know. Listen, he don't talk, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. But that's based upon me staying on the straight beaten path. Yeah. I can't go out here and talking about, oh, I'm out here with these hoes. He said he'll never. I had never told you that. Right. Leave you, man. I've been gone. When done left you, man, you've been separated. See, people want to start quoting things in places it don't fit. That's based upon me staying on the beaten path. You can't go quote something when you're not where you need to be. I do all things through Mashiach that strengthen me, and I'm at the strip club. Son, that's that Hennessy got you strengthened. Don't put that in here, that cheap vodka. That's not Yahuwah. But see what I'm saying? People like to quote things, you're not in that place. That's why you got to start putting yourself in the proper place. Remember, you're looking for salvation. Listen, this walk come down for everybody here to be tried and tested. I'm being honest with y'all. Let me tell you something. Y'all men, putting your feet and running your home and how you supposed to set your home and how you supposed to position yourself and the example you supposed to be in your home. Y'all know, my family have a meeting with y'all tomorrow. I'll be having a meeting with y'all tomorrow, the I-King. And like, oh yeah, I have a meeting with y'all tomorrow because I'm trying to help y'all out. Let me tell you something. I know y'all think, oh, he be trying to shame and embarrass. I'm telling you, the embarrassment, it'll let you keep going and make a fool out of yourself. Yeah. People do that to you. People don't care about you. People don't care about you. I know y'all be thinking people be friends and people don't be your friend. I ain't talking about him. People not your friend. My dad tried to tell me years ago, man, people not your friend. Man, he couldn't tell me, man, I could have killed my dad in the middle of it. I ain't saying I would have, I'm just saying as a figure of speech, all figure of speech. Man, I tried to stand here and grab that thing and hit that pill and I missed. He's like, nigga, I'm finna bust your snot now. I'm a man. You heard the feeling like, when you stuck right on the knife by your dad's head, you know, don't move. I tell him, don't move. Put that there. I don't want to stress it. I'm like, I don't want to moose you. Isn't that right? That's crazy. So a lot of stuff being honest, people don't want to. This oppressed way. It's a really pressing way. And the goal and objective is he'll give you things, but don't let things become where they control and dictate you. Like a lot of times with my cool, y'all let too much get in the way, keep you from doing it. I know it's showing you face. I know it's hard for y'all to kind of follow orders and follow direction. You look at you ain't a dog and all this stuff. I don't know why your husband put no collar around your neck. He know you ain't no dog. I don't know why he blow that whistle at you. Some of the stuff folks don't make no sense. Ain't a dog. Isn't that right? Man, got a whistle, got a collar around your neck, got a chain. No, quit saying stupid stuff. The wife is supposed to serve her husband. That's why we put you the slave to her husband. Because he is the epitome of Yahuwah. The man served Yahuwah. You're supposed to serve him. You ask your husband, my wife, once she asked me, I go to Yahuwah. That Mushak, you trying to folk you to pray to Yahuwah? No, you tell me, I'll take it up and tell him. Okay, I'm trying to tell you that, man. See, I'm telling what hurt her, because most of these folks don't understand the position. Y'all remember the folk you to pray to? Them folk knew. You tell Yahuwah. Tell Mushak, you go up. You go up and tell him. That's how they looked to him. He was the mediator. Your husband the mediator. Your husband, listen, you don't have no power that you make a decision. My wife can go right now hear her say, Yahuwah, I'm finna dedicate my whole life to you. I'm finna give my all and all, everything I'm forsaken right now for you. And do you not have the power to be? And he begged me. I said, stop for a second. What you saying? You can't do that. And he ain't gonna say, this is sin. That's book. Right. You know how much power a man got? He can intervene and tell to say, that's how much power the man got. Y'all better get your behind and straighten your behind up. Yahuwah said, I acknowledge you. Like he said, man, that's your house. He said, I acknowledge you. You tell us you can't do that. I need them draws later. Oh, I'm putting the soda vagina back on you. Whoa, mule. Whoa, my mule. Get that comment. Bring that mule back here. You can't let that out your mouth. You can't do that. I sleep on it. I don't say nothing about it. And he said, then it stand. Yeah. He said, man, no. That man said, folks don't realize that man got that much power. Why you got to have all that fussing back with you? Your husband got that much authority. Why you do all that talking back? See, y'all do stuff you ain't got no business doing. Yahuwah acknowledged that man like that. Y'all know, these women, they know that stuff. That stuff get me, I can talk about my husband. I be coming. Every time I be saying to myself, I said, you're a dangerous person. You have no idea. You playing with your soul. That man had a relationship with Yahuwah. Yahuwah said, listen, that man can take your vow. That man said, no, you can't do that. I was just finna go and dedicate myself 6 days to him. He said, oh, stop. You're not gonna, because he got something planned. Yahuwah said, I acknowledge that man for that. Don't. He said, no, I don't do that. That man, I told that man he gonna rule over you. I ain't gonna take that rule. That man said that, he told you that. I ain't going to my mama's house. I wanna go over there. Yeah, your mama finna die. What's wrong with you? Okay, that time. He can't tell her nothing. He can't tell her don't go to the store. He just tell her she gonna dedicate herself to Yahuwah. He can tell her she can't do it, but he can't tell her don't go do something. Because you ain't my daddy. See, these dangerous positions y'all put yourself in. It's dangerous. Y'all got hit in? It's tight. It's tight. Yeah, I'm trying to help y'all out. Is that the 6th chapter, book of Bamadbar, right quick? 30th chapter. Oh, he remember that. He want me to read it for him. That's tight. Start that tight. Oh, that her. He's so intelligent. Where you at now? She looking at her talking about, that old dummy. That's that 31. Bamadbar. I'm telling them something. That man been waiting on this one. Listen.
And Musha spoke to the heads of the Matah of the Bani of Yasharal, saying, this is the Debar which Yahuwah has Amar. If a Ish makes a vow to Yahuwah, or takes an oath to bind with a bond upon his Nafash, he shall not violate his Debar. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his paw.
Right here, what a man do that? I told you I ain't gonna shame Yahuwah. I ain't gonna shame this Adar. I ain't gonna shame my family in that order. He said, a man bind his soul with that. And a man put out his mouth what he gonna do. He said, man shouldn't violate that now. That's what that man do. He said, man, that's what that man supposed to do. I try to tell you, y'all men, y'all better get y'all behind together. I mean, follow like that. This is probably what these women be following, because you ain't consistent. Can't stay there straggling, complaining, milling mouthing all the time. You know what image you made in? Quit making all these dumb excuses. He said, a man done put out his mouth, and let's see who can stop that man vow. Go ahead.
And if an Asha makes a vow to Yahuwah and binds a bond in her Abba Beth,
in her father's house,
in her youth,
in her youth,
and her Abba Shama, her vow,
in
her bond, by which she has bond on her Nafash, and her Abba hath remained silent to her,
and he remained silent,
then all her vows shall stand, and every bond by which she has bond on her Nafash shall stand.
You see that? That what went out of her mouth, and what she bound her soul to, that stand. If her father don't say nothing, what happened?
But if her Abba should forbid her on the Yom, he shama it.
On the day he hear it, he stop it. He's told her no.
All her vows or her bonds by which she has bond on her Nafash shall not stand.
You hear that? Disannul it. Come on.
And Yahuwah shall forgive her because her Abba has forbidden her.
They don't even realize that man, look at that. That's how that man standing still for you. He'll forgive you for that. Because you said, nah, I can't say I done lied to Yahuwah. I told Yahuwah I'm going to go, and then my husband done heard it. He said no. He said, Yahuwah said, I don't hold that against you. The hell that, the man, I put that man over. That man said, you can't do that. That's not going to be profitable. Ain't that right? You're not going to be able to do that and be a wife. That the man tell the wife, no, I can't go to the. You ain't tell me what to do. Who you think you're, Yahuwah? That's tight. Man can sit here and disannul your vow to Yahuwah, but he can't tell you not to go nowhere and tell you not to do nothing. He can't tell you to go in there and to do something. That's dangerous. Yeah, I'm trying to help y'all out. Now, this your soul. Y'all do a lot of planning. This your soul. Let's see what happens.
And if she is at all to a husband, and her vows are on her, or the rash utterance of her lips with which she has bond on her nefash, and her husband shama of it, and has remained silent to her, on the yom he shama it, then her vows shall stand, and her bonds by which she has bond on her nefash shall stand.
Come on.
But if on the yom her husband shama of it, he forbids her, then he shall annul her vow which is on her, and the rash statement of her lips with which she has bond on her nefash, and Yahuwah shall forgive her.
Y'all hear that? That's how much power that man got. I don't know why he can't tell you to keep your mouth closed. I don't know why he can't tell you nothing to do, but he can just tell you. He just come in, he can dust and all the violent hit, but he can't tell you what to do. It's amazing. Because you ain't no dog. Yahuwah getting authority. If you make a commitment to Yahuwah, he can say, well, no, we ain't gonna do that. Get out of the way, Satan! You heard he tell you you're supposed to call him Satan?
No, sir.
You shadim. See that? That's your problem. That's why you gonna burn. I'm gonna help y'all cool out. Y'all set yourself. You sit on, you ought to be warming up because you ought to know you're getting hot. Not sexually. Because there's stuff you shouldn't be doing. There's stuff you shouldn't be doing. That man hold that much credence over your salvation. And Yahuwah said, and I forgive you for it if he say you can't do it. Because he told that man that you supposed to rule over her. Now I tell y'all how I work. Y'all want to help y'all how I work? I can. I get rid of mine. They'll tell mine, let me tell you something, man. I don't do no arguing. I refuse to be sitting around all arguing fighting. I'm real quick to the matter. I will get rid of you. I will quickly find you somewhere for you to go and stay. I will not put mine out in no car, in no street. I will buy mine somewhere to go. It will be an apartment, not a home, because a nigga ain't coming out. It'll be an apartment, because I shut it down and start paying, y'all get evicted. 30 days you're out. Home, I got to wait 6 months, okay? Know the law. You're going to apartment, not apartment, apartment. Okay, you're going to a clean apartment. So you know if you screw up, on the 5th on pay, you got a late notice. On the 11th, 13th, you got a note to go to court. By the 23rd, by the 30th, the first of the month, the sheriff nobody to put you and that nigga out. Because I'm just that kind of nigga like that. Isn't that right? I can't, 6 months? That nigga still laying up around now and he done went to court and done went back and put in forbearance? No, sir. No, sir. 30 days, I need y'all out the property. That's that kind of nigga. Yes, I'm grimy like that. But no, we can't stay there. I can't do that. Let me help y'all out. A lot of stuff, I try to talk and counsel y'all. Let me tell you why I tell y'all that. Me and my wife don't have to have a conversation about what I'm supposed to do. I don't like having a conversation about what you're supposed to do. I tell her, I said, I don't like it. We don't have to have a conversation on, well, Tony, you know you're supposed to do. Tony, you know you're supposed to do. Tony, you know you're supposed to do. That makes absolutely no sense. So it makes no sense that I keep having no conversation about what you're supposed to do. That means we have a gap. There is a miscommunication. Let me tell you what happened when they went to build a tower, when there was a miscommunication. All the people stayed together. They left off. Because they can see we ain't getting nowhere. Let me tell you this now. Let me tell you where I'm at. We talking about time, years, and I'm a good communicator. I'm letting you know what I do. I lead by example too, okay? Ain't that guy leave his drawers on the floor? Ain't the guy taking clothes off in the bed? Ain't that guy don't take baths? I don't want to smell me and I don't want to smell you. I'm just, man, I ain't that guy. I just got to come throw his drawers and got me in the roll the bed, got his drawers now. My mama ain't raised me like that, okay? My mama raised me. I had to tell you, you need to go take a bath. You must. We're not having that conversation. I'm going to watch the, I smell me. I'm not doing that. That's just, I'm not that guy. Come on. As long as I'm saved, you stink. Now your salvation going to be in question because I smell you. You need to clean yourself. I'm trying to tell you something to study folks be putting. You need to go clean yourself now. That man said unwashing hand. He says duty booty. That's right. Man smell like cheeks. No difference. Clean yourself. You're supposed to clean yourself of all filthiness of the flesh. Like I had a pretty, the flush. He called it the flush. That's call that thing go down the drain. You clean yourself. So I'm a little different than a lot of y'all. I'm be honest with y'all. I don't be having time for all that stuff. Listen, I'm the type of person where I have like zero tolerant time for a lot of foolishness, okay? You know what the operation is. You know how it works, how I operate, how I do things. You have more than sufficient to take care. You ain't in here, you ain't gotta go knocking on neighbor house to borrow nothing and go call your dad and borrow nothing, or sister, brother, buy everything you need. You ain't got, Tony got it, you know? Me and Yahuwah got it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta call on God. So I don't want no junk. I like for things to be done a certain way. When I feel like it's gonna be a conflict, we can't get this done, I'm just gonna go apartment hunting. Now I'm gonna get that first. I know they want that first and last month. I'm good. Get it up. Make sure now, if I hear a nigga, smell a nigga now, eviction coming. That right? Eviction, them folk coming now. I sling some cocaine now, so Crystal Melvin, I call the police on y'all. So I'm just putting it out there. I think it's some meth up in that thing. Cause I'm that kind of nigga. Huh? Cause I'm a nasty nigga. Huh? Why I gotta be so nasty? Cause I'm a nasty nigga. I ain't gonna pay for nobody else to go stay up in there now. Y'all got it. Don't think of nothing. I'm preaching on grow. No, I hadn't. Nobody let them no. I pay for one. So that's how I do it now. I keep it real. Y'all gotta look at it. This ain't no hard way. I'm being honest with y'all. Y'all got to be honest. If you want to do something like this, I ain't pressed out. I ain't stressed out about serving Yahuwah. Let me tell you why a lot of y'all stressed out. Because you still trying to do your thing. So the same thing in marriage, it ain't hard if you trying to do what Yahuwah told you. A lot of that makes it a lot easier. And then a husband, you supposed to do it, make things easy. This, a fixed thing where you don't put nobody somewhere, man, you ain't got no goods. Nothing. You heard what preacher said. Listen, said, when you gonna get that apartment, nigga? This is, man, I'm tired of fighting these roaches. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got roaches walk around with some Daisy Dukes on. Man, come on, man. Come on, let's tighten up, man. Put the woman somewhere. Keep the folk. There's something there too to me. Get the woman what she need. Don't go trying to put your foot down and things not being taken care of. This gonna be bad. When you put that just like Yahuwah, when he put his foot down, it because I paid the price. Yeah. Make sure things are there. Make sure things are done. Make sure you're communicating. So when you address issues, then you need. Nigga, like your mind and stuff. Folk can't read your mind. Communicate. Don't go ahead and never say it that time. I'm finna put you out. You ain't never even said nothing. When Yahuwah came to put it, he told us what. Come on, I'm just being be fair. Because I'm telling you, these niggas hear what they want to hear. Nigga walk around here, he'll mind. Nigga, guy who don't mind stuff, open your mouth. Your mind done gone. You don't got that mind. It's like some chocolate. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta be practical. Don't just go here and just hear one thing what I said and jump out here and tell me something. Like preacher said, you're gonna mess up now. Know where you need to be. Make sure you're communicating things. Make sure things are proficient. Make sure you're leading by example. That's the most critical part. That's the purpose of sending Yahushua down here. Example. They need an example. You terrible at following me. You terrible at following leadership. You rebellion. Then you finna come and tell me, I ain't finna have this going in house. We gotta have some order in here. It's gonna be tight. So like you following, like you obeying. Huh? And now he Scooby-Doo. Shaggy. You ain't want a Scooby snack. Make sure you're doing what you need to do. I need to clarify, because I know these guys, they hear half of what I said and done jump down here like they 100% I'm preaching. Don't do that. Know where you need to be. I don't know how long you can hold out now. Because I'm going by that apartment to visit. Act like I'm looking for that nigga. Get over here in the bed. Let me see what in the bed. Make sure nobody been in the bed. All right, I'm finna leave now. I ain't for no junk. Oh, I did, man. Oh, I'm a hypocrite. Oh, I got some hypocrite. I ain't all the way where I need to be. So I got to go check the house, make sure ain't nothing going on in there. Go by that apartment and check it out. Y'all guys got to be smart. But no, the main thing is, honestly, if we all learn how to treat each other right, a lot of things be avoided. Take your time behind it. Lady, if y'all don't know something, go to the man, talk to the man, and communicate it. That's it. You got a question about something, don't sit around and keep speculating. Go to him and talk. He ain't a communicator, call me. I'll help communicate. Sometimes not be scared. I don't want to call. He going to feel like throwing the bus. He'll be all right. I'll drive the bus. They're about not get offended. I'm a proponent. They ain't gonna, don't come get me now when you gone now. I can't help you then. Come get me before we get that point so we can sound, we can talk, we can communicate, get on the same page. Because sometimes a man will get well, sometimes we don't hear, and we be reactionary. So sometimes you need to communicate and you get a mediator, just like we had a mediator. So you want to be able to get your mediator so you can be more proficient and you can make sure things are functioning well. Don't wait till everything tore all up and shot to hell and then bring it to me. You ain't talking about it's so far gone at that point we can't fix it. You start saying, let's get an advocate in. Let's try to look at it and see what we can do, and that way we can see before a problem. You see problem going, if you don't feel like you get a communication, let's come inside and talk. I'll handle it for now. I'll handle that. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you after that. Because make no mistake, he ain't gonna be able to come back home. That's how I do it. It's easy. My end easy with your husband. I ain't worried about none of your husband. Cause we're gonna do simple math, okay? 1 from 2 is, quit tripping, priest. No, this math. Cause if I'm talking to you and we're trying to make sure we're mediating, we're not gonna have no problems out of this. Because all we're trying to do is let's fix the problem. I ain't trying to put you in no situation. I'm not that guy gonna sing you bad and you're gonna be sitting in the house, you're gonna be here sweating bullets and crying and don't know what happened. We're not doing it. He just can't come back here. So he got to make a decision. Is it worth throwing your soul away? Because I'm for what's fair. It don't matter one. Whoever right is whoever right. That's all I'm going to look at. I ain't worried about no, man, that's my nigga. No. I don't have an agreement with nobody. I got a lot of folk we cool with. We do. I have absolutely no agreement with nobody here where I'm finna throw my soul away. Y'all got me? I'm for what's right. That's the only thing matter at the end of the day. When I mean what's right, ain't no, well, they together. Okay. I don't know who you talking to, where you been getting that from. I ain't together with nobody. I'm like Lil said, y'all know how I switch up. We be talking, they be talking about a player, they be who they like. They like, Lil, what's that? They be like, Preacher said, Lil said, y'all, he said, come on now, Jay, y'all know where I'm at. I'm with Preacher. he said, don't do it, Haywood. He said, you know I switch up. Man, they know the deal, they be like, I switch up. At least tell me, I switch up on you now. So that's how I had to do, because at the end of the day, I'm for what's right. People get tied up with, because I got beat my friend. Women do that stuff. I'm not a woman. I'm for what's right. I don't care about who I'm friend. If something right is right, it don't make no difference. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Y'all got to get over that stuff. Who my friend, who I like, so I got to be with what I like. You wrong. You wrong. You got to come back to what's right. And what's right is what's matter at the end of the day. We can harm each other and all that, but what's right is still what's right. Y'all got it? So whatever I had to tell y'all that so everybody on the same page, because some of these women be thinking, oh, Preacher gonna be your friend. You said a mistake, and I don't know where you get that from. Preacher gonna be what's right. That's my friend. All right, Yahuwah said, you my friend, Yahushua, you my friend, you do whatever I command you. Any question? Yeah, come on, what you want? Come on up here, Chuckle. What? Need here a little bit that way. All right. What you want?
You want to say that?
What? You want what? You want to say what? What you want to say?
I got in trouble at school.
Oh, you got in trouble at school?
Because someone stole my pencil.
Because somebody stole your pencil? How you let somebody steal your pencil?
How somebody stole my pencil if I got in trouble if they...
You got in trouble because somebody stole your pencil? You sure it was your pencil? Why the other boy's name was on it?
No, it was mine.
It was yours, but it had a name on the pencil.
There's no name on it.
Ain't no name on the pencil. Did it have a number on it? Like 1 or number 2? No number on the pencil. You can't take no test with that one. So what happened? How you get in trouble because somebody stole your pencil?
Because they was holding it up.
Oh, what did all that? Your pencil was doing what?
Somebody was holding it up.
Somebody was holding it up like that. Yeah, that pencil need to go. It did it on its own. Somebody else was holding it up like this. And what happened?
And then I was trying to get it.
You were trying to get it. How you tried to get it? Did you go over there to get it?
No,
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking what you thinking too, because I'm trying to see how you get in trouble with somebody holding a pencil like this and you tried to get it. Did you go over to him to try to get it? That's amazing how we figured that out. So how exactly did you try to get it? Did you try to get it like this, or did you try to get it like this? Yeah, I'm thinking that too. And then how you got in trouble? Because your hand was like this, but somehow it balled up like this, and a pencil like this. So how exactly that happened?
Because it didn't make any sense.
It didn't make no sense, kind of like this story. Go ahead, it didn't make no sense. And your name was on the pencil?
My name was
It wasn't on the pencil. Was the boy's name on the pencil? How you know it was your pencil?
because I know the same one.
Oh, you know the pencil. You and that pencil kind of like a couple or something. Y'all know each other. Do the pencil know you? Mighty peculiar pencil. You know the pencil and the pencil know you.
Yes, sir.
And so what happened when you got in trouble?
I tried to get it.
You tried to get it. Did the boy's shirt get wrinkled?
No, sir.
Was he moving any kind of way in his chair when you tried to get it?
He fell down like
Yeah, that's the thing. He fell out like this when you tried to get the pencil like this. That's amazing how he got down. So that's a mighty peculiar pencil. Make the kid fall out on his knees like that, and you got in trouble.
he pulled it up.
Pulled it up.
And then got on the knees.
And he got on his knees.
Got
What he
up.
said? Please, y'all should let me go. What was he on his knees for?
Because he felt.
He fell. I'm thinking the same thing you thinking. Did he have a little help? Did he have a little help falling?
We was at PE.
Y'all was at PE?
And I fell. And then he helped me up.
Oh, you fell and he helped you up.
And then we was in the classroom.
Yeah, y'all in the classroom. Y'all done a lot of moving, you and that pencil. You and that pencil and that boy. Y'all ever thought about writing a book? How me and the pencil and the boy fell?
No, it was a teacher coming in and reading to us.
Or a teacher came in and reading to y'all? Now, do you have your pencil back now? How you got your pencil back?
Because
Cause you what? You took it. Oh, mighty interesting. Is that kind of how you got in trouble? Maybe. I'm thinking that's probably how it happened. What you want to do the next time, if you feel like somebody had your pencil, and I know you can handle it yourself, but let's try to do something a little different. Let's try to go to the teacher and get them the first option. And let's go to them and say, listen, my pencil, I feel like such and such has my pencil. They give her opportunity to intervene and go. Because see, that could have went really bad. You can kind of go, he got a pencil, right? That pencil could have turned into a weapon. And y'all two could have got to struggling. Yeah, he could have wound up accidentally sticking you with it, could have punctured your eye or stuck in the chair, or you could have stuck him. Now we gone from a pencil, getting a pencil, to somebody hurt, somebody going to the hospital. You see how things can happen? And I don't expect you to know that right off. And that's for all my young people. A lot of times, a quick decision can turn into, just say, this your pencil, okay? And you trying to snatch it from me. Come on, just see it. Come on, you trying to take it from me. Come on. Come, try to take it. Okay, of course, well, I'll let you get this in instead. You trying, and I said, no, this ain't your pencil. And I wind up stabbing you with it or sticking you in your eye. See, a pencil ain't worth it. This something I'm telling y'all young people. Come on. This something I tell y'all young people, I want y'all to think about. Sometimes what I want us to weigh, this for all of us. Where can this go? Because I can get another pencil. I know, but I don't want to look weak. I don't want like somebody took something from me. Or just say, you took the pencil. Let me get you to say you took the pencil. And he upset because he had to struggle me with it. And he wound up stabbing and sticking me. I got to go to the hospital. Now, what's going to happen to Yasha? Yasha's going to go back to his desk and finish his work, right? What's going to happen to Yasha? He going to get sent home. If I got stabbed and I go to the hospital, they're going to call in people because they're going to look at him going probably to juvenile. Because now they got to look at how bad is the injury. Can I possibly die from the injury? Can it be something critical that can hurt me? And I'm just saying that I'm glad he came up, because a lot of times, that's for all my young people up here too. Are they up there? Are they woke? My young people, pay attention. Something that quick, that simple, where you can look at, I ain't no punk, I ain't gonna let anybody take nothing from me, can turn into me stabbing him, putting his eye out, or him doing the same to me. We're going to hospital, we're going to jail, we're going to parents being sued, we're going to legal. He can't go back to that school, because now there's criminal. I need all my young people to think, sometimes it's better, you know what? Let him have that pencil. Let the administrator handle it. Now the teacher go back there, he stabbed the stick the teacher, whew, better her than me, plus I ain't got to do no work. Not that you advocating the teacher getting stabbed, but sometimes let the adults handle it, because a child gonna feel like you're on the same level as me. I ain't gonna listen. What's gonna make me give you a pencil because you asked? So you gotta weigh some things. How far and how bad can this get? I can lose a lot more than a pencil if I wind up sticking him and he stick me. Or put my eye, now I gotta rest, I'm at school with a patch on. And all the kids remember, I remember you used to have 2 eyes. And you think about, I could have left that dumb pencil where it was and had both my eyes. Y'all got it? This helping my young people. This help you out too. So next time they try to make sure he don't fall out that chair no more for the pencil. Okay? I'll help you. Let me help. Man, get out of here. You know me, you don't get along. Come on, man. Tell her, take my pencil. Hopefully that helped out my young people though. My young people up there, I need y'all, that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to start considering before you make decisions. Decisions always have consequences. Things can go a lot further than what you're thinking. Sometimes things don't just go down like that. Sometimes take that L sometimes. Make you a better man. You're going to learn in life. There's going to be some people going to take some stuff from you. You ain't going to be able to take it back. There's some people you're going to go to take something from. You're going to lose your life for it. People do it every day. Every day. Every day people die from going trying to take their own stuff. Don't lose your life over nothing. Start putting value on stuff. You being alive, you being whole is more valuable than part of you. Y'all got it? Sometimes let people have it, just keep moving. Sometimes, you know what they teach you in life? It's going to be some things in life, it's just better just left alone. You still alive. You still able to keep moving. You still got both your eyes. You ain't sitting around on, you know, with an oxygen machine on. You can still wear your aquarium and get your fish. All right, and just like you, William, you able to still make electricity when you scrub your feet. You know, so you can power a neighborhood with that. So you don't want to lose that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, listen, natural electricity is hard to get. You know what I'm saying? Man, if we'd had that hair back here, like when Malcolm was growing up, back in the early, like 2 BC, man, look at him, man. The dinosaurs still be here. Think about it. A lot of them animals got killed for fuel so we could get to where we at today. Think about it. You had to walk outside in a pterodactyl just sit on top of the building. We missing a lot of stuff because you ain't come early. Somewhere there's some meaning in that. Just take it for what it is. But we appreciate you, Hood. Give Mr. Hood a hand clap. Appreciate all y'all.